right, yo, y'all ready to go, man? Let's get this started because I know Jmaine got to bounce.
Yeah, I got to dip like 10 o'clock, man.
Dip at 10. I ain't
Yes,
no problem,
sir.
man. Yo, that Halo Infinite though,
Joe, did you get a cold?
bro. I've been part of the insider program for a really long time now with
Did
Halo,
you
and
send them your
I've
DX diag?
yeah, I've been had that. You know, every single
Okay.
like testing flight I've been a part of. But this was looking spooky. No, I actually got sent the email for this one too, but this shit's just not working. You see now how they updated it? They're saying like their servers are all like jacked up or something right now. Y'all
Oh,
see
nah,
that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's why it's supposed to start today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's supposed to start today.
Bro. Yeah, they said
Oh,
the
it didn't
29th.
start?
It didn't start,
Still
bro.
didn't start.
So I was hoping that
Spooky.
I can, we would be able to record this podcast and at least get a couple matches in so we could talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But wasn't able to do it. But I'm not gonna give them too much shit because
Shit.
yo, I want Jack. Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me today.
Oh, you
I
want to
want-
get the game early?
Nah, I just want
Oh.
these bugs to be. I rather have servers and all shit be messed up now than release day. Release day come and
Yep.
servers are jacked up and stuff like that. I'm gonna have a problem. The whole point of flight testing is to figure this stuff out, right? So I'll give them their time. But all I'm saying is that day that we missed, like today, where we're supposed to play, they better give us some extra hours, and add it on to the thing once they get these servers working properly. But I found out it was like bots and stuff that we're gonna be playing too. It's not
What?
like real people. Yeah, it's not
Yikes.
gonna be 4-on-4 real people.
Oh, so they
ain't got
just trying to
PvP?
they just trying to load the servers up and see how many
yeah,
people they get on and shit like that.
I think that's
And
a,
give you something to play.
I think that's a test, right? So pretty much, I was speaking with Meds, and he was saying that by them doing it this way, they pretty much double up like the volume in the servers this way. Instead of pairing two teams on each other, everyone who's invited plays against bots, right? Essentially, getting even more information that way on like servers and stuff like that. So, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of many flight testing. But we're gonna get into it, man. But
There's gonna be a few.
yeah, we're gonna get into it. But let's go ahead and start the podcast. Press Start Podcast episode 203. We're getting up here. Episode 3 of doing a pre-recorded show. Hopefully the boys are liking it. Once again, big shout out to all our viewers, all our Patreon supporters. We see you. If you absolutely got to listen to Press Start Podcast, consider joining the Patreon at the $5 tier. You get the audio on Thursday, unedited, just a raw file. If you absolutely have to listen to something, but if you can wait until Saturday, you'll get the best version of the podcast with, obviously all the enhancements to the visuals and the clips and stuff like that. So, but big shout out to all our supporters. And we're going to go ahead and do the introductions for anyone new that's watching. We're going to start off with my boy Jmaine. Say what up.
Yes, sir. Of course, Jmaine back checking in with the podcast. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there, listening, tuning in. We appreciate all of that support. God damn. Yo,
What?
yo, that
that was
freaking
lightning?
thunder shaking in my house, dog. This shit is crazy. I
was
hope I'm
raining.
making out this
That-
podcast alive. That's all I'm gonna say. I appreciate everybody, man. Let's get into the show.
All right, yo, Jack, say what up to the people, man. And all the PC gamers, man. Say what up to them too, Jack. Come on.
Hey, man.
Your best
hey.
friends.
Hey, man. What's good? It's to everybody except PC gamers. Right? Kofi, you still got the bleeps? You still got the bleeps?
Yeah, I do.
I want all PC gamers to take a gun, right? You might need to bleep that. Take a gun. Matter of fact, take two guns. Like, that baby meme when he be like, take two guns and just bang your shit out the back of your head. Okay, thank you. Appreciate y'all, man. Fuck y'all.
And Alex, say what up to the people, man.
I don't know how to follow up that. Welcome to the podcast, y'all. Just a little bit of an update for the channel. 11,600.
Yes, sir.
So probably by next week we'll be at 12K, which is nuts. In celebration of that, this weekend on the channel we'll be doing more DMC and also Halo with the subs. So if you want to jump in
Hopefully.
and play Halo, you totally can. so that'll be fun. But
Yes,
check
sir.
out the Patreon to support the panel. Hang out with us, and if you're a PC gamer, continue to harass Jack as much as possible
Right. Yeah, bring it on.
because
That block list getting thick right now. Okay.
that amount of entertainment from Jack has been just delicious.
Yes,
That
sir.
I've never seen anybody get that upset about having to plug a controller into a PC. I don't
Hey,
know.
man,
Just,
it's
I think
gonna get
I
worse.
think the problem
up?
isn't the PC. I think the problem is that you have a laptop.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
I'm gonna
that's
be a
the problem.
boogeyman to y'all PC guys.
Because
Y'all keep playing
look,
with me.
when I had my PS4, I plugged it into my PC. I even got to change like the LED color on the controller, all that stuff through Steam. Like every game worked, never had a problem.
No, sir.
It's always the console fanboys who they're like, I'll try PC gaming, but then they buy some whack laptop and then they're like, why does this suck?
It's always
Why
use
does
error
this
with y'all boys.
suck?
Huh?
I got a
Always use
laptop.
error, man.
Aren't laptops PCs? Why does it suck on my laptop?
Always use error, man.
Jack, you gotta get
is-
off the
I mean,
jiggy
look,
top, man.
What's wrong with these PC guys, man?
What's wrong with these console guys buying laptops?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jack, stay on console. We don't.
Oh, absolutely.
Stay on console.
He can't get
Consoles.
Shuhei Yoshida. Still on vacation, so
Man, fuck
Hey
you.
man, listen, Jack. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself an Xbox Series X.
You get all the
I
indies
would
that you
rather-
want,
I would
man.
rather-
have that over a gaming PC right now.
Ew.
Facts. Yeah.
S?
Yeah. A S.
The
No,
little
you said- I said
speaker?
X.
I don't
Yeah,
consider it
nah.
a console, so I said an X.
Oh, the X. Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Come on, man. What's wrong with you, Jay, man?
I don't know. I thought, you know what I
I
mean?
ain't that desperate.
You know what?
goddamn.
I think Jack is just, a
too
slow
real
bu-
for these PC.
Nah,
too
he's
real
just
for
a
the PC game
He's
industry.
just a slow
think you're
burn,
right.
man.
I think
You
you're
know
a
what I
slow
mean?
burn,
I think he's gonna come along eventually, especially as the whole slate continues to appear on the PC platform. I think I foresee Jack in the next 5 years building a little small PC for his
man.
his TV. I foresee that.
I'll
you know?
probably be
Just
out
gonna
of
make a-
gaming by then, man. You know.
Oh, you so
You'll be
full of
out
shit.
of
We're not.
gaming.
We're not.
I can hang them up by then, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, you so full of shit, bro. You
Hey
so
man,
full of
listen.
shit.
It
We ain't
be
doing
like
that.
that sometimes.
Yeah, first of all, you're not even supposed to. You're not even supposed to be gaming right now. Horizon came to PC. You're not even supposed to be gaming right now. That's a fact.
You right. You want me to stop?
Nah, I don't.
It's cool,
But-
Jack. How would an executive say Jack is in his infancy of his PC journey? So
Alright.
no,
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna come around. He's gonna come around.
Boy. Oh boy.
you're just starting.
Next step
Boy,
is getting
y'all-
a boyfriend.
That's next.
So what y'all boys playing, man? Give it to me. Give it to me. Jamie, what you playing, man?
What did I just be? Battlefield Bad Company 2. I just finished that on PC the other day. Mouse and keyboard too. Played that whole thing through.
Okay.
There
took
you
me
go.
took me about you know what? I actually think I found a nice little key binding layout that is comfortable for me to play.
What's the layout? Is it what I was talking about? Tell me about that.
So I listened to you. I put crouch on the side mouse button. I got I got crouch on the middle, the scroll wheel.
What?
That's what I got.
Huh?
crouch.
No, okay.
Yeah, I got crouch on the scroll wheel.
Okay. What kind of dumb shit is that, Jamie?
How do you put crouch
It's-
on the
What
it's-
kind of
it
dumb
works.
shit is that?
It works, bro. Cause look, all I do is push. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah. We can see it.
All I do is push right down here, and it doesn't go crazy with the wheel like that. It works for me. It works, bro.
Weird. Bro, how about when you get into an intense?
Don't do that.
Yeah, how about if you get into an intense gunfight and you accidentally scroll, the wheel a little bit, then you change your weapon or some shit, and you're like, what are you gonna do?
Nah, I don't do that, cause the shooting is over. I mean, the aiming and shooting is these two. So my fingers are far enough to do it like that. I never had an issue with scrolling the wheel by accident. So that's there. My crouch is on this side button right here. And then everything else is you got the WASD, and everything else is either R, F, or V, and C, and space. And I sprint with spacebar.
Yeah, what is this?
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Say it
wait.
again,
So
say it
you
again.
put
No,
sprints
wait,
on
Kofi,
on
hold on.
space
Can you-
bar?
on
Can you
space
just
bar,
go
yeah.
top to bottom what you did again, please?
Okay, top to bottom. So I'll start with the keyboard. So
Okay.
W, of course, is forward. A is
Uh-huh.
left. S is back. D is right.
Okay.
R is reload.
Okay.
F is I think F was melee. E
Okay.
is to enter vehicles and stuff like that.
Interact. Okay.
Yeah, interact. What else I got? C is jump.
No.
V. What I use V
Oh,
for?
What do you mean C is jump?
C is jump. Yep, I put C on jump
Fire.
and spacebar is sprint.
Spacebar is sprint?
Spacebar
Yo,
is
this
sprint.
guy's crazy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What if Jmaine get online with y'all and he scrape y'all? Then
Oh,
what y'all
I would definitely
Nigga, what y'all saying?
You
I'm
won't.
nasty with this layout, Jack. They don't understand. I am
You suck
nasty
with
with
that
this
bitch, right?
layout.
Yeah, exactly.
There is
Man, I got-
literally no way.
I am nasty.
Yeah,
with
Alex,
this layout.
Alex,
I'm
let's-
switching guns. I'm crouching jump. I'm
Alex,
jump shooting and
Let's
everything.
shoot.
I'm
Let's
nasty
shoot
with
this guy
layout.
some bail. Let's shoot Jmaine some bail. The PC platform is a platform where you customize it to your liking.
Oh,
Yes.
That's right.
You
It's
have
freedom, right?
You have a whole bunch.
Oh,
You have
brother.
a whole bunch of features and settings and
Look,
this and that, so you
there's-
can personalize it to your specific experience, and that's
Absolutely.
exactly
That's
what
fine.
Jmaine
What
is doing.
Jmaine-
So
What Jmaine is doing though is a crime.
No,
it's a little bit of a crime.
It's
We need
about
to
what's
call the
most
police.
comfortable to me. You know,
No,
so
we need
this
to
is
call
what
the
I found to
police.
be comfortable.
There's nothing wrong with you that you have to then put jump to C.
Yo, it
Put
works,
just to
bro.
see. That's crazy.
It works, bro. My
That's
fingers
absolutely
like,
insane.
my left pointer is fast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm moving that thing. I'm jumping. I'm getting. Only time I jump in the first person shooter is to like climb over shit, and I could, you know what I mean, climb or maybe I'll jump shoot. But
You use your
that's
thumb
rarely.
for space. That's so that everything else is active. You don't have to.
What you saying? I use my thumb for space. That's why I run.
Space should be jump.
Nah,
Wait, you don't feel comfortable using shift with your pinky?
nah, hell no. I don't want anything on the left side. Nothing on over there. Nothing's over there.
Hey man,
So you got
if it
weak
works for
hands.
you, I got nothing to say, bro.
We gonna see, man. I'm gonna play through these few Battlefield campaigns, and then on 2042, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a run.
Yeah,
That
man.
one
I'm
out. You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna bust your back open so fast. You're not even gonna know what it
Wait,
Wait a
huh?
minute.
Listen, Alex, you'll get smoked with a controller in Battlefield. You know what I mean? You don't want that smoke.
Ooh, speak on it. Okay, hold on.
You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I'm doing this to even the playing field. You know,
Okay.
to get
we'll
down to
see.
your level, dumb it down a little bit.
Go ahead. Look, come down to Counter-Strike line. We'll see what you're talking then.
Ain't nobody playing that bullshit.
Oh, word? Kofi came down one day. What happened, Kofi?
Alex,
Probably
that was
caught
my
an
first
aneurysm.
day.
You played
that,
Yeah,
Kofi?
that was
You
my
played that?
first day
What
playing
happened,
He beat me.
Kofi
He
came
beat
down
me.
one day and he was like,
beat me.
"Wait, it's one hit headshot and you die? Huh?"
Did you wake up
That was my
constipated, Kofi?
that was my first day playing that bullshit. And Jack, never again. That shit was complete trash. So we ain't doing it.
Grand opening, grand closing. Huh?
But Jmaine,
More
anything
like
else
grand
you've been
opening,
playing?
grand busting.
Not really.
Okay, so
I
Bad Company
started
too?
to Battlefield 3. That keyboard, I mean, the mouse sensitivity on there, I think is broken or something because I'm having issues with that. So
It has mouse acceleration.
yeah, I have to figure out what's wrong. If not, I'm controlling that thing.
Yeah. Jack, what you been playing, sir?
Well, I finally started playing my PS3 that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. I started
Okay.
Heavenly Sword, game I never played before, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I got that joint too, sir.
Yeah, what's that? That's Ninja Theory game. You know what? I'm fucking with it. I'm about 3 hours in, man. I'm fucking with it. Only thing I don't like about that game is the 6-axis implementation in that game. I don't know who the fuck thought that was a good idea. That shit controls horribly. I'm sure it controlled horribly back then, bruh. I was raging. I think Jmaine saw it, bro. I was going
Yeah,
off.
Jack, it was a time where, it was one of the earlier PS3 games. So, they were trying to force those new controller enhancements into experiences.
Trash.
And it's one of those that just doesn't belong,
I want to say I didn't even know you could turn that shit off, Jack.
I think they say it got patched to do that, but
It must have, because I had to beat it with that shit. Oh,
Oh my
Lord.
god, bro! That joint is I don't know, bro. I don't know what the fuck they thought they was doing with that. But other than that, I'm actually digging the game. Kind of, it's almost Platinum Games Unga Bunga trash level. But then, you get more combat moves, and then it goes to more like a God of War good level. You see what I'm saying? So I can appreciate it.
Platinum Games Unga Bunga trash level.
Yes,
Nah,
sir.
it has a little bit
Underdogs.
of depth to the combat, with the heavy and the light attacks, Jack. When your enemy is attacking with a certain attack, you gotta like use those to block and parry and stuff like that. It's pretty good.
I see the vision. I'm fucking with it.
Did you play Death's Door?
Hell no. Bro, I really wanted to stream that game, man, but for some reason, and this is another issue with this game that don't happen on no other PC game that I've ever tried to stream. It drops frames like crazy when I try to stream it. So I'm gonna have to play it off stream. I don't know what the
You know why? You know why it drops? You know why? You know why it drops frames?
why I
right?
drop frames, Kofi?
What do you think? What do you
I
think?
don't know. I've streamed way more intensive games and it didn't do that, so I don't know.
We know why.
I streamed a Sea of Dog shit and that didn't drop no frames. That even though the game's horrible.
Alex, what you been playing?
Chrono Trigger. I'm halfway done with it. I love that game. It's amazing. And Death's Door.
Yeah.
I'm playing those two games. And then this weekend, DMC5.
Sir,
I haven't played that many games this week, unfortunately, because Chrono Trigger is a good RPG and making more content for the channel. But
oh, sorry, you're not done?
That's okay, but it's still going good. I think I'm gonna still be Jmaine this month or this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we at 20, my boy.
Right now, man. That's
we at 20 now.
Yeah.
Who at 20? What you at?
I'm at 20. Yeah.
20.
Oh man.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I've been playing Death's Door still. And I've been getting back into the Yu-Gi-Oh tips still. I can't even lie. I've been getting back into the Yu-Gi-Oh. So I smoked my boy Strat a couple of times. Yeah, me and Benji be going at it. So I'm enjoying playing through that because they recently announced a new Yu-Gi-Oh game coming out to next generation consoles and PC as well called Master Duel. And I know I'm not gonna Yu-Gi-Oh y'all out, but that's just dope, mad addicting to me. The funny thing is like that card game, man. I've been playing that shit like pretty much like my whole life. When I can think about it, man. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh boy growing up. I don't know.
Why you be letting Tony beat you at it like that? Then?
First of all, Tony went on YouTube, found this new sauce. Right, he found some new sauce on YouTube that. It's a little hard to beat. I can't even lie, man. But I think this new shit that I got right now, he ain't fucking with me though. I think I got him, bro. I think I got him.
All right.
Yeah, man. So
I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh, but once I stopped watching the show, I kind of fell out of like the card game and shit like that too. So I don't know. When's the new shit supposed to come out this year or is that?
You know what? I don't think it got a release date. Master Duel, it didn't get a release date, but hopefully it drops sometime next year. Like I added all my hours that I put into the Yu-Gi-Oh games on PC, Link Evolution and Legacy of Duelist, the first one, and the one I rebought the copy on Switch too, so I could have it on the go as well, and I'd be playing that. I added all my hours, like I have like almost like 400, 500 hours in freaking Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. This shit is crazy. Yeah, man, it's very entertaining, man. Very entertaining. But yeah, man, let's get into the good stuff, man. This week, there's actually been a lot of news that we can talk about, man. A lot of interesting things to cover, and Jmaine is not with us all night, so we definitely gotta get to some of these topics early. So let's start out with the numbers, man. Let the numbers man Jmaine himself take over and break down these June NPD numbers. How's it looking, man? Because I heard Xbox man's got a big dub, man. Break it down for us, Jmaine, man.
Yeah, they caught a semi-W last month with the NPDs, Xbox Series X and S, becoming the best-selling console in dollar amount for the month of June. So I want to say that's at least in terms of like coming in first in something NPD for the Xbox console. That might have been the first time in, I want to say, some years that has happened.
So Jmaine, it wasn't the most selling platform. That was
not
reserved
units
to the
wise.
Unit wise. That was reserved for the Nintendo Switch. Still,
yes, yep.
But
Switch
it
was
made
still
the most. It made the most money in the month of June, pretty much, right? So, does that mean Switch lost a streak or not necessarily? Like, what do y'all, the fanboys, the people consider a dub? Obviously, the Xbox guys are running with this, say like, yo, they want NPD, but do we go by unit sales or are we going by dollar amounts? Like, what's your take on that?
So I remember this was a big thing. I think it was a few years ago where motherfuckers tried to pull up on me with this NPD shit because I think I gave somebody a W, but it was dollar sales and not units. And everybody was like, "Oh, it's always been the units sold that matters the most." But what ended up happening is NPD is always dollar sales. They recently just started to report on the units. So like who wins units wise. So now they do both. In terms of NPD, what they used to do at least, this would be a W for Xbox in dollar sales. But since they do both now, you just got to separate the two, dog. You can't just give it to one side and the other one is split like this. You just say Xbox Series X got the dollar sales, Nintendo Switch got the units, and you go from there with that.
That's good. So Microsoft, the Series X is looking obviously healthy right now. We're gonna talk more about the numbers, but I think they were saying that so far it's selling way faster than the Xbox One.
Yep.
And
at the
360.
Same
point, and 360. So it's a good look. I think when it comes to supply and demand, Microsoft seems to be making more of their demand on their platform. Or it just seems like the Series X is in a good space right now. You know what I mean? So I guess congratulations to Microsoft. You know what I mean? Getting a dollar amount, winning winning half a NPD, making the most money of in the month. So we got to give it up to Microsoft for that. Jack, where's PlayStation, man? I don't know. PlayStation ain't what's going on with PlayStation right now, man?
No idea.
So how do you feel about Microsoft securing the dub?
Hey man, good for them, man. You know what I mean?
Good for them,
That's
man.
What's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah.
That's good, man. Right?
Absolutely.
That's good. All right.
Yeah, I know what this mean though, right? For
what?
Exclusives matter. This June dub to me was in part because of that E3 press conference that they had, and motherfuckers came to the realization and know now that if they want to play some of these Bethesda games, if not all, you're gonna need to get an Xbox to do it. Microsoft is not playing when it comes to these exclusives moving forward, and a lot of people don't want to go the PC route. So I think there was a big surplus of people that bought Xboxes because of what happened at E3.
I mean, are any of those games truly exclusive though?
I mean, for a console at least. So you know how they word it a certain way, console exclusive, stuff like that. So I think that played a big factor in what happened here with June. And like you said, Kofi, I think they're doing better with their stock too, because you can get an Xbox Series S right now if you want. Like them things is out there.
Yeah, it's harder to find a Series X. Even then, like when I got mine, I called EB and they had it in stock. So I just went out to go and pick it up. I asked if they have a PS5 just out of curiosity, and they said nah, they don't even have that shit. So it seems like Microsoft is keeping up with the demand of the console, which is a good thing. You have nothing bad to say about that. Any other NPD numbers you want to break down for us that happened? How was it for PlayStation in the month though? Did we get any reports? How well did PlayStation do
in the month of June? No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they didn't mention really much about PlayStation. Just software stuff. PlayStation got, a few titles in the top 10.
All right, so let's go over some of the top 10. How's the top 10 looking like right now?
One was Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That was, of course, it released in June, and they said that game pretty much it broke the franchise record for most money accumulated in that in the launch month and stuff like that. So very successful at $70 for a Ratchet & Clank game. You love to see it. Number 2 was Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 3, Kofi's game of the month, Mario Golf Super Rush.
Yeah, that game got dropped so damn fast. Yeah, I kind of regret, but I honestly regret buying it though. Like, I regret buying it. It's hard to play games on the Nintendo Switch nowadays, for me. Like, and that's like the honest truth. Besides me playing like Dragon Ball FighterZ on it, every once in a while I'm mainly playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's literally that's all I do on the Switch at this point. Like I really wanted to enjoy Mario Golf, but it's just the resolution, the frame rates is getting to a place where it's starting to be a little bit unplayable. I'm not trying to really sound like that spoiled brat too. That you know what I mean, but it's getting a little spooky, a little sus on the Switch right now, man. So,
I mean, it's a cute little console. It's like a side bitch, but I wouldn't have it as my main course.
yeah, of course,
Hell no.
it was never the main course to me. You know what I mean? It was
And
never
what's
ever
even
the main
better,
course. But
we
just the
talked
games are
about this
running like
earlier.
a little sus, man.
Well, we talked about this earlier. Yuzu just put out their update, and every single game works on that emulator.
So what you trying
Really?
to say, Alex? What you trying
Every
to say, Alex?
every single Switch game is now fully functional on the Yuzu emulator
As of when? That's recent?
as of like 2 days ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I think a crazy patch came to that, so it's good in the progression of the emulation of the Nintendo Switch. That in a
Hell
couple of
yeah.
years, that Yuzu and what did you call it, Alex? Ryujinx?
The Yuzu and
how you-
Ryujinx are the two of them. Ryujinx is
Yeah,
a little bit more ahead, but they're more
Mhm.
experimental. But like Yuzu has like done so. Some of the big issues with the emulators for Nintendo stuff is shaders, where it'll load all the shaders either all at once. Like remember on the Simu when we had the issue with Breath of the Wild, where
Mhm.
you had to load all those shaders before the game went off. And
Yeah.
you were waiting for like a minute or two. So now they're able to load it in real time without having any frame drops.
Mm.
So
It's
they're
good,
just
man. In
it,
a couple of years, Alex, man, Yuzu and Ryujinx is gonna be blessed, man. Like it's gonna be perfect.
Listen.
We're gonna get all the types of mods, customizations. I actually
on
can't
the
wait.
PC side, we good, baby. We got every game.
I ain't hungry
But
no more.
here's the thing, though: PC's closed.
PC's
Damn,
closed.
Jack.
Who's it
PC's
closed for? Is it closed for Jack?
Good thing I got in while I could, right, Alex? Ooh, we in there.
Thank God. People who put jump on C are not.
Don't do me like that, baby. At least I can plug my controller in. Fuck. Fuck out of here. I'm in there.
They're kicking you out, man. They're kicking you out.
I'm
Yo,
in there.
listen.
My controllers work. I don't care. I'm in there.
But PC, it always amazes me like with PC gamers because they're the first to preach about freedom, customize. You could customize option this that too. But once you do something like different from like the typical once you do something different from the typical like PC nerd, then all of a sudden that all of that goes out the window, Jmaine. Now
That's
something
crazy,
else.
man.
And that's crazy.
So many options, but y'all relegate yourselves.
That's my point. And let me get my shit off Alex first, because then we have people like Alex too that kind of want to disregard me as a PC gamer because I don't play specific types of games. But Jack, I swear PC gaming has the most games than any platform, and there's something for everybody. But since I don't want to play no Dota or no Counter-Strike, now all of a sudden I ain't qualified to be a PC gamer. Come on. Explain it.
Here's the thing. We're going to explain that right now. It's very simple. You're a clout demon.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Oh
You
Yes,
see?
sir.
You see? When they don't got the answers, when they in the corner, look what they come with.
If you weren't such a clout demon and hype beast, I mean, did you really need a 3090? No.
Ooh, no.
What is that?
You had to do the clout demon to get a 3090. You had to
Alex.
Your
Some
inner
of us
clout shutting gun.
No, Alex. I'm not letting you get away with that. Some of us actually play at higher resolutions than. Listen. You just got onto 1440p last year. I've been gaming that in 4K for how long now? So some of people like me and real enthusiasts like me need that kind of power so we can actually play these games. We can actually play these games. Of course. What do you think?
I'd rather deal with an enthusiast than a psychopath like Jmaine.
Listen,
Who puts Sprint on space?
I go where my fingers lead me. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they feel
What does
comfortable.
that? What
they
does
just
that mean?
flow.
What does
What
that
does that
mean?
mean?
What does that mean, sir?
Hey,
What
take it
does
how you
that
will.
mean?
Take it how you
What does that
will.
mean,
Take
sir?
it how you will.
Jesus.
Yo, but back
Comment
to the
section is gonna be
NPDs,
wild.
man.
I feel like it's just gonna be cooking Jmaine all throughout the comment section now.
Mm-hmm.
But yo,
Somebody gonna rock with him.
finish up this top 10 though. You said Mario
Oh,
Golf
yeah.
at number 3.
That was number 3. MLB The Show 21 at 4. Scarlet Nexus was at number 5.
Okay.
And Resident Evil Village was number 6. The Never Dead Mario Kart 8 was at
Is
7.
in there. Minecraft too.
Minecraft was number 8. Miles Morales was number 9. That game actually has some good ass legs. And I'll stop at 10 with Mortal Kombat 11.
Which is a little bit of a surprise. How did that pop over here? Was it out in the top 20? Isn't that a little bit like,
Which
where
one?
did the Mortal Kombat 11 come from?
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a shock. It might have had a
Right?
sale or something. Oh yeah, I think it did have a recent sale. It was
Oh.
it was like I want to say it was really cheap. Yeah, it did have a sale. I know for a fact
did have
because
a
my
sale.
little nephew, right? He loved Mortal Kombat. So we was playing Mortal Kombat 10 together or whatever. And he got his mom card on the PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah.
So I go over to his house and whatever. I was like, "Oh, yo, you was right. Mortal Kombat 11 is on sale. I might pick it up and play with you." He was like, "Oh, nah, I got it already. It was free." I was like, "Free? What you mean it was free?" He was like, "Yeah, I just clicked it and downloaded it." I'm like, "Show me." We go on into the PlayStation store. That just said it was on sale. I'm like, "My boy, you used your mom card and bought the game?" He was like, "Nah, it was free." She checked her account. That boy was going crazy with the card. That boy was going. He had all types of DLC suits and.
Oh man, he about to get his ass whooped. He's about to get his ass
A
whooped.
whole video on how to take payment options off the PlayStation. That's
crazy.
dying. So yeah, I think it was on sale.
Okay, so that's a surprise. All right, so since we're on the topic of numbers, we did get more reports from PlayStation, and I think as well as Xbox. But let's start off with PlayStation, man, because they reached a sales milestone already for the PS5. The PS5 is not even a year old yet. I believe it's 7 months, or is it 7 months old now, or 8?
Yeah.
7
No,
months.
8.
It's 8
and
months
some
old
change.
now. Okay,
As of
so
these reports, it's like exactly 8.
8 months in. So the PlayStation 5 has sold 10 million units already. So
who?
10
Scalpers?
million scalpers, maybe, who knows, but they sold 10 million of them bitches, and that's pretty damn impressive. So far it's outpacing the PlayStation 4. Am I correct, Jmaine?
Yes, fastest selling PlayStation of all time.
Even with the supply issues and stuff like that, they managed to sell 10 million consoles. I think that's very, very impressive. Very impressive stuff. So Jmaine, they also broke down some figures too for some of the software titles that some of us was curious about. PlayStation, they be saying they be dropping mega hits. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jack. PlayStation, they say they got mega hits.
Mega
You know what I
hit.
mean?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
Jmaine, tell us how these mega hits performed, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna save the mega of the hideous, or the mega
Hideous.
of the hideous
What the fuck are you talking about?
for last. We're gonna save that mega hit for last. But yeah, man, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I appreciate these numbers because it seemed like they deviated away, and I hope that this is not something that is just for the celebration of 10 million. But I'm pretty sure it is. So Miles Morales is at 6.5 million sales within those 8 months. We all know that was cross-gen, so that's on PS4 and PS5.
All right, let's stop here
Um,
real quick,
okay.
Jmaine. Let's stop here. Spider-Man Miles Morales, 6.5 million. My question to y'all: hit or flop? That's what I'm gonna be asking y'all.
6.5 million?
Six
Yeah,
and a
6.5
half million on
a
PS5 and PS4. I'm gonna say that's great. I'm
That's
not
a
gonna
hit.
say
Yeah.
that's a flop. I'm saying that's great. Fantastic, actually.
I'm gonna lean toward that's good only because it seems like this game is synonymous with the PS5 right now. It seems like the more people are able to get PS5s, the more that this game sells. And I was completely wrong on that when I had predicted that this game would sell a lot, because like it would be selling more. I think I said it would sell more on PS4 than PS5, but now it seems like PS5 is like, if not half, a majority of the sales for this game.
Jmaine,
So.
the marketing works, bro. Like this is like a telling sign right now that like the marketing works. They don't be showing off this game with the PS4 at all in the commercials and stuff like that. I think they might put a sign that also on PS4 too at the end of the trailer, but like
right, or some small ass text at the bottom.
It's small ass text also available on PS4. But they've been pushing this game like heavily for the PS5, and clearly the marketing works. We see that majority of its sales is on the PS5 console. So it's good to see. I think the game will go on to sell 10 million copies easily. The more PlayStation 5s get sold, I think Spider-Man's one of those games. It's almost like a Breath of the Wild situation in the sense, not as one-to-one as Breath of the Wild was, but you know, it's one of those games that when you pick up your PS5, you pick up Spider-Man Miles Morales. It seems like one of those situations that, you know, that's like one of the first games you pick up when picking up a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jack, thoughts on Spider-Man selling 6.5 million? Hit, flop?
It's great news, man. Great news. Spider-Man 2018 is the top-selling superhero game ever on one platform. So, I mean, this was to be expected. And like Jmaine said, this game is synonymous with we had that discussion way back when. It came out that it sold like however many, and I was like, that's around how many PS5s are out there. So I feel like, if you buy a PS5, you buy this game. So it's to be expected. I'm always happy for Insomniac. Any positive news that come their way. Yeah. Good news.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Jmaine, what's next?
Next up on the list was, we're gonna skip that. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which released last month and is at over 1.1 million units sold worldwide.
Sensational. I think the numbers for Ratchet and Clank is absolutely spectacular, right? It's only available on the PS5, unlike Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it doing 1.1 is 1.1, right?
Yeah, 1.1.
1.1 million in a month. I think that's really, really, really good.
In a month?
I think
That's great.
Yeah, so I think it's the highest or the fastest selling Ratchet and Clank 2 ever, right, Jmaine?
They only announced
Didn't they say that too?
For the US with the NPD stuff, but I think it's safe to assume that it is.
Okay.
Now, is that only physical or does that count digital too?
This is everything.
This is both.
Physical and digital, yep.
That's good.
The fastest selling. Yeah, it's everything. Yep.
Yeah, so it's good for the franchise. I'm glad that Ratchet is alive. Even though, after finishing the game, I already came on the podcast and said how I felt about it. I felt that, it didn't hit like how I thought it was going to hit. Still a great game, worth checking out on a sale price, in my personal opinion. But if you definitely super desperate, I'd definitely say, check out Ratchet and Clank. Definitely a fun game.
So you got to be super desperate to play it.
God damn. Listen. After finishing it, like at full price, I say you could wait for it to be like $40 or $50. Jack, you think I'm crazy for saying something like that, though?
Yeah, I think you are.
I think
it's
it's because he's trying to be a PC gamer. That's what it is.
I think it's. Look, if I'm being quite honest, the experience is a little forgettable. If I'm being quite honest, today, me talking about Ratchet and Clank, after you get past the eye candy, after you get past like the gameplay elements and stuff that they added, it's cool and all. But I don't know why I felt like it was missing something. That's how I personally felt after completing the game. And now that the hype is gone. The hype is gone. I've sat with the game, let it marinate, thought about it, what I enjoyed, what they could have done better. Like I feel like it's one of those games. If I wasn't like no YouTuber or no like podcaster, if it was one of those games, I would actually recommend somebody, wait till that shit drops to like $50, bro. I think it's worth like more than $50 experience. Y'all really disagreeing with that, Jmaine? What's your rebuttal? I want to hear it.
Nah, damn, what the fuck?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I don't disagree with you completely. Like I do feel like after you beat it and you sit on it for a little bit, your thoughts on it may come down a little bit. I just feel like the gameplay of it was fantastic enough that I don't feel like you have to be like desperate or
Okay, maybe
feel like you need
desperate.
it for it
Desperate
to-
is not the right word, but like you need something to play. Yeah, go ahead, buy it full price. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
but,
like
yeah, maybe
if
desperate
you
not
look
the
at it
right
and you
word
think it
to
looks
say.
enjoyable,
Yeah.
I say get it.
Yeah.
It's not
$70.
at 70. Absolutely. I enjoyed it at $70. That didn't change.
Let me just say
anything for me.
this. Look, if you got the bucks, cop it. If you're a budget type of gamer, like you're on the Alex type of vibe, budget gamer shit, then wait on it, bro.
Budget.
You know what I mean?
Pay.
Your PC made out of tin cans and foil. You know.
Pay.
Hey man, this podcast doesn't represent the views of Alex. You know what I mean? You know, we buy games over here too. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But Jack, man, Ratchet, 1.1 million in a month. Great numbers, right?
Sure, why not? I mean, it's cool. Like I said, you know, it's kind of crazy at this time. They probably got like the 2 top selling games for exclusives for PS5 right now. But
They're killing it.
They putting in work.
I
killing it
pay
right
$85 for the game. I don't feel slighted or robbed in any way. I enjoyed the game when I played it. Hey man, it's a cool game. You know what I mean? Like you said, it ain't. I don't know. It's cool, but it ain't just. I don't know.
You
It's
see,
cool.
Jack, so now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting into a conversation. See, look how you're describing the game. And you just said you dropped $85 on it. You don't sound like somebody who's like
I enjoyed the game.
You don't sound like somebody who's like ecstatic that you dropped 85 on it. How you just
I mean,
express
I'm not
yourself.
upset. I'm not upset about it.
You're
If
not
I was
upset, but
you
kind
would know.
yeah,
You
but
would know.
you kind of sound indifferent about it. So that's
It was
telling
cool.
to me.
It was cool. Like
It's telling to
I
me.
wish, huh?
I say that's
I just
telling
wish-
to me that you're indifferent about it, though.
I just
kinda
wish Riven and Ratchet played differently. That's my biggest situation.
Absolutely.
And I wish they would have separated the weapons because there's so many weapons. It's 3 weapon wheels in that game, right? You could have differentiated the weapons and they could have played differently. That's my main issue with the game. But other than that, it was cool. You know what I mean,
Okay. All right. So, and
Yeah.
last but not least,
Well, it's one more.
It's one more?
One more
Oh, we
before
got
that,
one
real
more?
quick.
Okay.
Yeah. MLB The Show 21. The first time being multiplat on Xbox One. I mean, yeah, Xbox One series. Game Pass sold 2 million copies worldwide, and the game has 4 million players on it. So yeah.
So hold on.
So
You
Well,
said
you
it
still-
sold
okay,
2
'cause-
million copies, but it got 4 million people playing it.
So for 2 million on Game Pass.
Well,
that's actually
shit.
if that's the math, that
could-
sounds good to me.
That could.
That's
be
what it
the
means.
math.
That might be the
4 million. Now is it active players?
I don't think it's active. I don't think. It's
yeah, because that's how like these companies kind of finesse us. Sometimes if you just log on and you popped on, like you popped
They'll
on,
count that as a player.
They'll count. you.
yeah, they count you, bro. They count you no matter what. You just fired up for 2 seconds, and you're now our player in our analytics. Now we're gonna take these numbers to our investors and boost our game like that. So we don't
Yeah.
know if there's currently 2 million people playing MLB The Show 21 on Game Pass itself, but I'm pretty sure it helped though, boosting
Absolutely.
the player count. I'm pretty sure it helped. I saw a lot, at least in our small community here, right? I seen a lot of people on the timeline when the day that it came out post a whole lot of MLB shit. But Jack, the following week, no one was playing that shit. You know what I mean? None of those guys were playing that shit. But
Hate to
you
see
know
it.
how it goes. You know how it goes. But hey, man, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere they're saying that like this MLB is like one of the fastest selling, the best,
Yeah,
fastest
it's definitely the
selling
best selling
MLBs
one.
and the
Fastest
best selling
selling,
ones,
yeah.
and especially in this time frame, and it makes the most sense, right? The game has a wider audience than it's ever had before. Now that the game's
Crazy,
on,
right,
on
Kofi?
Xbox platform, so now it's doing better than it was before. So
So wait, Kofi, you're telling me that if a game is available for more people, they'll sell more copies?
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Who would have?
Jack, how you feel about that, sir?
I like sports. I'm not too big on MLB, but I think I propose a trade.
Oh,
I
boy.
propose a trade.
What?
Sony Interactive Entertainment should trade Sony San Diego to Microsoft for an adaptive controller. Because then, listen, bro, I ain't got no thoughts on this, bro. They did what they did. You know what I mean? All money ain't good money. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by an adaptive controller? What are you trying to say?
Oh,
my
nothing. Oh,
God.
nothing. Absolutely nothing. And get Uncle Shoe some fucking arthritic knee pads because this motherfucker tripping too. But
Arthritic?
yeah, man.
Yo,
Arthritic,
but
whatever the fuck it's called.
while
Fuck
while
all
we're
of them,
here,
okay.
while we're here, and we're talking about PlayStation, putting MLB on Xbox, and what the sales went up, right?
Went up,
So
yep.
yeah, I since we're already here, Jack, the PlayStation's PS5 has sold 10 million consoles, 10 million in 8 months, right? So far, it's the fastest selling PlayStation in history, sir. This is with Jim Ryan announcing that Horizon is coming to PC. Days Gone coming to PC. We've seen the slides. Uncharted 4 is eventually going to make its way to PC.
Whole slate.
They just bought a developer,
Nixus.
a Dutch developer, Nixus, who specializes in porting games to PC. The information is out there, at least for the hardcore gamers. Why are PlayStations still breaking records in sales? Why is the PS5 the fastest selling PlayStation of all time with all of this happening? That's my question for you today, Jack.
Well, I will answer your question. First of all, when I heard it sold 10 million, my first thought was, I do not care. But this is the thing with this, right? When shit is limited, when you can't get shit, people want it, right? Tie Beanie Babies in 1999, you couldn't. Motherfucker was killing each other over some goddamn purple, zebras and all this other dumb shit. Furbies, you kill a motherfucker, a Turbo Man doll, right? So the PS5 is hard to acquire, right? Now Nintendo has mastered this. It's actually called, well, when Nintendo do, we call it what they call it?
Artificial.
Artificial scarcity. Yeah, that's what they do. So when I made like 20 some jiggy ski masks, everybody wanted one, right? When I mass produced the motherfuckers, I can't get one of these bitches to my grandma. You know what I'm saying? So people want what they can't have, man. Okay, people can't get the PS5. They want the PS5. If it was readily available, would the numbers be the same? I think not. That's all I'm saying. Listen,
this man said the
So wait. You think that because it's not
two parts, man.
Wait, you think that because it's hard to find?
Oh, they definitely add to it.
People
Absolutely.
want it, but what about the fact that people want it anyways? And if it was easier to find, they would have sold more.
No, that's not true. Because look at something like Yeezys. Anybody that follows shoes, Yeezys, the 350s, they was going 1,200 resale, 1,500 resale. You couldn't, everything, right? They started mass producing them. Them bitches sit in the shelves now. Ain't nobody buying no fucking 350s because they readily available. People want what they can't have.
Is old now, Jack. Yeezy done came out with so many more shoes that people go crazy
I'm talking about when they were still making new colors. They still making new colorways of 350s. I'm just saying, bro. People want what they
to video games now.
Absolutely.
So we left the whole like McDonald's analogy. Now we're to shoes. Okay.
I'm talking about consumer products. People want what they cannot have, and that's just simple facts.
So you're telling me the PlayStation 5's success is attributed to scarcity, pretty much.
Partially, absolutely.
I don't think so.
That's a small percentage.
Partially.
I don't think so.
Small piece.
I don't think so.
Partially, absolutely, bro. Come on, bro. Look up scarcity in products.
Listen, if you're saying partially, right? Because obviously the PlayStation 5 is very popular in pop culture in general. Everyone got happy. We've seen rappers with it doing giveaways and all sorts of shit and all sorts of crazy shit. It's very big in pop culture already. Well, that's PlayStation 4 was really huge in pop culture.
That's what I was about to say.
In
PlayStation
general,
4 was breaking records.
Exactly.
There?
So I think the reality is that PlayStation just came off an amazing generation where they did fantastic. Whether you want to agree or not, the numbers show that they did absolutely fantastic, right? And more gamers or more people are getting introduced to video games every single year and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's just the steady growth of the company. More gamers are jumping on the PlayStation ecosystem, man.
But you gotta think about shit like this though, right? BG tweeted out today he's bought 7 PS5s. Neo GameSpark.
He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. That's why, man. What are you doing that for?
He bought 7, right? Think about it like this. Neo GameSpark, every time they go on sale, he buys one. Some of these, my homie Spider, he had a closet full of these bitches, right? So without that scarcity, you don't get a single customer buying multiple. You see what I'm saying? It's
Well,
people
what
that
you're
bought.
telling me, there aren't people
But-
like BG who would just buy 2 of them to have one in each room because that's really what
Okay,
he does.
Because
okay,
he
but-
said that too.
but-
And
okay,
as
okay,
well,
but-
and real quick, Jack,
But
before I
hold on.
forget,
which one
Kids
which one is
Move
greater,
too.
buying 7 or buying 2?
He was
but
buying them
let's-
for people.
No, but let's
Bro.
not do that. Wait, real quick, let's not do that because even last generations, we even see people in this community. Shout out to Kid Smooth, shout out to Hard 8. Like, there's
Blandrew.
been people in this community that
They
buy
always do that, though.
multiple.
But
That's
they
what I'm saying.
al-
There's
but they
people like that
always do
exist
that.
as well. But there's people like that exist too. So you
But
can't
I'm
really
saying-
use that
I'm
as
saying, though,
as a thing though.
What I'm saying is the scarcity created people that are doing it in more record numbers. We've had motherfuckers tweet out, I bought 3,000 PS5s. I got them in a warehouse.
Yeah, because they're
Bro.
scalping them.
Yeah, because they resell it.
But my thing is, without the scarcity, you don't have a single person buying that
without the
sheer
scarcity,
amount.
you don't have the scalping.
Right.
Exactly.
So that means the people that wanted
So
it
that
can
means
actually
people
go
that
into the
Can
wanted
go
store
and get it.
and
And
anyway,
get
you
it.
stupid.
Exactly.
No,
Jack,
that's
you're
not true, bro.
Jack, you're not making sense because the scalpers are buying them in bunch and still flipping the consoles though, Jack.
They not
so,
sitting on
so,
those.
so guess what?
consoles.
So they're flipping the console. So exactly what they're saying. So if the PS5 was readily
What I'm
available
saying- but
for
look, though,
everybody,
but you're not
those people
understand-
wouldn't have to
you're
go
not
to the
understanding what
scalpers.
I'm
They'll just
saying.
go to the stores
You're
and
not
buy it. So it'd
understanding
be
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
thing.
Though. You're not understand. You know what
Okay, so
scalping
try-
also. You know what scalping also creates? It creates
What?
people that weren't checking for a PS5. They might have waited down the line to get one. When they hear, damn, bro, this the hottest shit out, bro. Damn, I can't even get one. They say that bitch on back order 2-3 months, cuz damn for real. Damn, I gotta try to go get. Bro, it creates hype that was not there originally. That is how products
So
work.
you think the PS5 wasn't hyped before the scalpers came?
That's not what I'm saying. It heightens it, bro. The Wii launched with a fucking geriatric home fucking party game. Niggas didn't give a fuck about that. My sister don't play games no more. My sister's 30. She didn't play games. She heard, I can't. They saying this thing sold out for the next 3 months.
That's what
and
we
I
call
gotta
a fad. That's what you call a fad, Jack.
It's a fad.
Exactly.
That's what you call a fad.
Bro,
And the Wii was exactly
scarcity
that.
creates hype. But whether it's a lot or a little, scarcity creates hype, and it changes the numbers in a way that they would not have naturally happened. If
I
You're
give a little
looking-
percentage to that.
if 3 of
You're
your
looking
neighbors
at,
would have
like-
bought a PS5, but now they can't, or they weren't gonna buy a PS5, but they see BG buy 15 of them motherfuckers, that's changing the numbers, bro. Point blank, period.
I see. I feel like what your point that you're making makes sense, right? But I think the percentage, like Jmaine says, it's a non-factor.
It's
Like,
still
the
would've- it's
percentage
still
of
would've
people who
sold.
do that is a non-factor, and I don't think that's why the PS5 is beating the PS4. That reason that
Yeah.
you're explaining, that's not why the PS5 is beating the PS4.
I didn't say it was. I said that's a part of it, though.
Okay, so back to my point, Jack. Back to my point. All this, PC inclusion, the narrative is about out there. Gamers see it, the hardcore know about it, but the PlayStation is still doing crazy, man. So
The people-
maybe
Most of the
So
people that's
maybe-
buying that do not give a fuck about that shit going to PC.
okay.
Okay.
Casual
That's what we did-
casual
that's-
gamers.
I
But
feel like
casual
yo,
games.
So, and what have I been saying for like 100 podcasts, Jack? What have I
Okay,
been
what is
saying
the
for
what is
100
the
podcasts?
majority of the gaming industry? Casual or hardcore?
Casual. So what
My
have I
point
been saying the
exactly.
whole?
What the
Okay, that's been my.
that's
okay,
our
so what
point.
we?
That's our
That's
point.
what-
That's
that's
our
our
point.
point. We've been
That's
saying.
our
What are you
point.
talking
That's how
about?
you-
Are you taking our point? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
My
Are you?
original point that the hardcore would start to migrate eventually. That was my point. That y'all are
Oh
ignoring
my
right now.
goodness.
Didn't you migrate to PC gaming, Kofi? Were you always a PC gamer?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Jmaine, were you always a PC gamer?
No, sir.
So y'all migrated to PC gaming, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't a PlayStation gamer either, though. So, what's your point? So what's your point?
It's unfathomable that somebody like you two fine gentlemen wouldn't.
But what's your point? I was never always like a PlayStation slowly gamer, though.
time,
So what's your point?
Times change and people change, bro.
That's right.
Say
And guess what?
time
And guess what?
heals.
Guess what? There's more and more gamers born every single day, right? And
That's
guess
true.
what?
That's true.
And their first console might be a PlayStation or it might be an Xbox. We don't know. You know what I mean? PlayStation's still around, right? Isn't it not? Breaking record sale numbers.
All right, for now.
Forever.
All right, so we're gonna continue because you best believe we're gonna see more games on PC, which man's been saying forever now at this point, right? And now we see all the building blocks. It's come to a point now. No, they're not even hiding shit no more. You know what I mean? They're not even sweeping
even
it under
hiding.
the rug. They're not even, you know what I
That's
mean?
what's up.
They sleek with it. They just straight up telling you. You know what I mean? And guess
But
what?
when you get called Lion Ryan for so many times, it's about time to just come and be blunt with it.
Listen, PlayStation is gonna still be a very successful platform, no matter what. Whether you see the next Last of Us on PC,
I mean,
whether
we'll
you
see.
that. It's gonna be a very successful platform. Period. Point blank. Simple. And that was man's point this whole damn time, bro.
You remember last time? You remember
cry about this?
You remember?
No, Jack, don't.
Hold on,
No,
wait,
Jack,
wait,
no,
wait.
hold on. I gotta stop you.
I got a point. I have a point, Alex.
When you said we'll see, okay,
Yeah, we will.
completely forgot that the actual who was it? The president of Sony Interactive Entertainment of PlayStation told people to get a second job to afford the PS3.
Alex,
Yet the PS3 still sold gangbusters.
It did. You know what you're forgetting?
Shit like we'll see.
We will see.
The most ridiculous thing.
You know why?
Because
You know why?
PlayStation is ingrained
You know why?
in like in pop culture.
Don't you know? Do you remember that PlayStation already had a PC development division? They made DC Universe Online and Planet Side 2. What happened? What happened to that division?
They made EverQuest.
Oh, what happened to them?
It didn't work out.
Games.
They
Well,
sold
not a
them.
fucking business. That's what the fuck happened to them. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but Jack, you have to understand there's timing for everything. What do you mean? But what? There's timing for everything, and that's just a fact.
Right.
We've seen it in this industry. We've seen PlayStation try to be innovators in certain aspects with even stuff that we see Microsoft kind of doing, right? We've seen them try the whole streaming PlayStation games on TV, right? Guess what? It didn't work out. Maybe it just didn't work out in that time.
It
doesn't mean that's not going to work out in a different time. That's just a fact.
Every time PlayStation innovates something, y'all criticize or ridicule it.
Cut it out, bro.
Y'all say they stole the idea from somebody else, and then they stop fucking supporting it. Then y'all ridicule and criticize for not supporting it. And then somebody else does it, and it's successful. It happens all the fucking time.
No, sometimes it's not the right time. No, sometimes it's just not the right time.
That's what y'all call it. It's not the right time. I know.
All right,
game streaming, cloud streaming, it wasn't the right time.
Jmaine, what do you think?
Damn, Microsoft wanted this shit is groundbreaking, amazing.
No one's saying it's groundbreaking. But like,
GamePass is
what do you
amazing.
think?
PS what? No, I don't. Come on, man. We know what's going on.
So, Jmaine, what do you think? You think this timing argument is bullshit? I 100% think certain ideas can work in different times.
It worked when PlayStation don't do it, man.
Oh, cut it out, because there's been times where PlayStation has done shit and it didn't work.
They got bullied into putting their games on PC. Now the timing right. They got bullied into doing this, bro. They tried.
Who's bullying them? Who's bullying them, Jack? Who's bullying?
I'm finna run it down real quick.
Bullying PlayStation?
Who's bullying PlayStation? The most successful console gaming platform right now.
Listen.
Who's bullying them?
In 2012, they acquired Gaikai for over $330 million. They had an infrastructure and plan in place to bring their games to PC via game streaming and cloud gaming. What happened was, like I said, y'all criticized, ridiculed, and said it's not the time for it. It's not the time.
No, we didn't say that. Because you know why? Because it was shit, Jack. What are you talking about? Because it was shit. It didn't work.
Jack,
your argument.
You know why? Because Stadia is already dead. Stadia is already dead.
Google. You don't want the truth.
You
don't want the truth.
Get the truth. Get the truth. Get the truth. Then say your truth.
You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth.
I gotta stop.
Speak your truth.
Because literally, Stadia is already dead. Google, the largest company with a gazillion dollars that nobody else has, could literally not figure out a way to make Stadia successful. It's already dead. And you're trying to say that because back then, when we didn't even have anything higher than like a T1 for internet connectivity.
This guy's talking about 2012, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Alex,
bro.
Sony has more developers than Google. You do know that, right? They have more. They have more. They have
Jack,
more mindshare by way.
Jack, can I say something?
Mindshare by way of gaming and IP than Google Stadia. You do know
Jack,
that, right?
can I say something?
I'm not even doing my point, but y'all don't want to hear my point.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear your point.
So they had the infrastructure in place, right? Y'all criticized, ridiculed them. Then other options came about. Y'all said it wasn't the right time. Other shit like GamePass came about. Oh, you could download games natively on GamePass. And
I got a question for you, Jack. Did it work?
I'm still going. Oh, this shit.
But answer that while you added to it. Did it work? Did the
price? So eventually, people started the narrative. Why can't you play these games natively on PC? Why can't I use my PC to get the best out of these PlayStation titles? I will never support cloud gaming in any shape or form, especially if it's from PlayStation, right?
Then
Game Pass comes out and people love it. It's a fucking hit success. Microsoft Store enabled. Oh my God, it's gonna do gangbusters. They're gonna get rid of Xbox Live Gold and 50 million subscribers. And then they said, now PlayStation like, fuck, we scrambling. They on our ass. They making us do all this other. They got bullied in the crossplay. They getting bullied into putting their games on PC.
Bro.
It is what it is, bro.
I got one question before we move on, man.
Oh, absolutely.
You see the crossplay fees? How did they get? They doing the bullying.
They got bullied, man.
Talking about
Stop bullying them, man.
Jack is so full of shit, bro. Okay, Jack, I just want to ask Jack one last question, bro. Then that's it.
Up,
real quick, man. This is what I wanted to get off, Jack. Back in 2012, when PlayStation invested all this money in Gaikai, they wanted to stream PlayStation 3 games on TVs, DVD players, PS
tablets,
very forward thinking.
Vitas,
In my opinion, very forward thinking.
So why you didn't support
Jack, my question,
tried,
did it work? Simple question for you, Jack. Did it work? Yes or no?
It worked.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
Hell no, it didn't work.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, it worked.
Fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
See, I feel like you're missing.
Nathan Drake throwing grenades. 30 seconds later.
Yo,
Still playing xCloud? Did that work? Did xCloud work?
We already shitted on xCloud. What are you talking about?
and what do you think we're doing?
Yeah, excellent.
What are we thinking? And what have we been doing?
Were you an early adopter of PS Now? When did you first get PS Now?
When it first came out.
When it first tried out, I tried it. When it first dropped, it was trash.
Day one.
It's not
Day
cap.
one.
And it's same different. I spoke. I'm supposed to prove it. This is years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know I have the tweets, Jack. Don't make me get
Wait. If I could find the email, yo,
proof.
Jack.
Let me see.
Hold on. If I could find my old PS Now email subscription from years back, I might
Let me
catch
see
you
that.
slipping on the timeline.
Let me
I might
see
have to
that,
go and
bro.
search for it. But don't act like we don't keep the same energy for everybody else. When Google came out with their problems, everyone shitted on it, included. Well, I didn't even try that shit.
Google,
I didn't even
Google
try.
Stadia,
Hold on, Jack.
Google Stadia
And-
works.
Right? And I didn't even try that shit. Hold on, let me
Yes.
finish too. xCloud came out. We had a podcast where we were talking about xCloud recently because they rolled it out to iOS and all of that stuff. Jmaine, what did you come and do on the podcast? What did I come and do on the podcast for trying that? What did we do? Did we say it was amazing? It was great? We shit on it. It didn't work. It was trash.
So let me get
So
this
how we
straight.
not-
I need
how we
an
not
official
keeping the same
statement.
energy then?
I need an official statement. It is not the right time for xCloud, correct?
Correct.
No, I don't think it's the right time for xCloud at all. The way the shit is running, no, it's not the right time.
Okay.
That's not to say later on down the line, maybe PlayStation, maybe
absolutely.
in 10 years, PlayStation could do attempt to do the streaming shit again, and it might be the right time, and it might hit because the infrastructure is here for it, though. How you not understanding this simple concept, Jack?
Oh, I'm understanding fully.
Okay. Back
That's
to
interesting.
PlayStation game sales, sir. Jmaine, the last one. MLB did 2 million. Congrats.
Yes, sir.
What's the last one?
Last but not least, we got Returnal, which launched in April of 2021, PS5 exclusive, and it has exceeded. This is the mega hit, 560,000 copies on the PlayStation 5. Mega hit.
500,000 mega hit.
PlayStation went on their website, people. On their website, and they said Returnal, the mega hit. Later on, we found out Returnal sold 500,000 copies in 3 months. Jack, does Returnal sound like a mega hit to you, sir? And I know we could get into the nuances and like, okay, what was the budget for the game? Right, the budget. Right. If the budget was extremely low for it to put together this game, then they must have turned around a big product.
Absolutely.
A profit. So we understand this. So I don't want people later in the comment section even putting this thing because we're not stupid. We understand that. We know a game could be very cheap to make and turn a big profit. So maybe that's why they came around and said it's a mega hit. But damn, you're gonna call a game a mega hit? 500,000 copies in 3 months, while Ratchet, obviously, Returnal's a new IP, different style of genre, harder, challenging game, stuff like that. But 500,000 mega hit? Jack, thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to say Returnal is currently my game of the year.
You know what, Jack, real quick before you start? Returnal is the best PlayStation exclusive I played all year long. It's better than Ratchet and Clank. And I don't think PlayStation dropped anything else. It's better than Spider-Man Miles Morales. is not better than Demon's Souls. I'll say Demon's Souls trumps it, but Returnal is actually a fantastic game, and it's definitely up there with top 3 games I've played this year. But sorry, I just had to get that off, man.
Absolutely. They did end up purchasing Housemarque. So after they called it a mega hit, before we heard any of the numbers, I'm gonna say this, right? Now, I did think this game was gonna flop originally because of the style of game it is, being a roguelike and whatnot. But if Persona 4 Golden on Steam selling 500,000 copies is a mega hit. Alex came over here and Alex came over here and did the Megan Thee Stallion handstand and started clapping his fucking booty cheeks.
Jack, we're not doing this. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today.
Persona 4 come out. What year did Persona 4 come out?
Jack, we're not doing this here. We're not doing this today.
This shit clapping, nigga.
We're not doing.
Yeah.
What year did Persona 4 come out, Jack?
Clap. No.
Jack, what year did Persona 4 come out?
Persona 4 Golden on PC came out. What was that last year?
No. What year did Persona 4 come out?
What does that have? Why is that pertinent? Why is that pertinent to the conversation?
Because
it is.
It is important. What year did Persona 4 come out?
Originally in 2008. Not Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden came out in 2012, I believe.
So even then, a 13-year-old game to a 9-year-old game sold 500,000 copies on one platform alone.
Cool.
Which,
You're
Alex,
telling me-
let me point out,
You're
which
telling
is
me-
still
Whoa,
playable,
which is
still playable through emulation if fans really
I'm
wanted to
not
play
done.
it.
That was a mega hit.
I'm not done. Which can be emulated and played for free.
I was told it was a mega hit.
All PC. Hold on. So a 13-year-old game, which is also a 9-year-old game, sold just as many copies as a brand new game on a brand new console that is exclusive.
I gotta make a quick
The
correction.
people that are holding the L are not the fans of
So hold on.
Persona, Jack.
So let me ask a question.
Persona on
What's up?
PC did 900,000 copies, by the way.
900. Oh, great. But look, this is also what I'm saying.
I just wanted to get the numbers.
Y'all just told me a game with 2 million more players than people that actually purchased it outright was a hit. This is a hit too. Congratulations, Housemarque.
When you're telling me, Jmaine, are you telling me that a 13-year-old game outsold a brand new AAA exclusive?
You mean to tell me a
hit?
game that's been on the
Hey,
market
man.
for almost
Mega
a year?
hits.
So you mean to tell me a game
hits.
that's been on the market for over a year more has sold
Mega
400,000
hits.
more?
Out of this podcast, the murder
Oh
of
my
Jack
God,
Johnny.
that's crazy.
Mega
Out of
hits.
this
A game
podcast,
that's
the
been on
murder
sale
of
since
Jack
2019 sold more than the game that's been on sale since April? Color
You're
me
talking about-
surprised.
You're
Oh my
talking about
God.
sales, but you get fucking blown out every time you bring them up. What's going on, Jack?
I know.
Yo, let's
It'll do better on PC, wouldn't it? It'll do better on PC. You ready for it? You ready on PC?
You know what?
Yeah,
You know what, Jack? How about?
I think it will. I think it will.
What if it does sell more on PC?
What, Returnal?
What if Returnal sells more?
Returnal's gonna do good on PC.
They should
when it
definitely
drops.
bring that to PC sooner rather than later.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
the
they need to bring
perfect
that
game.
sooner.
That's the
Oh,
perfect
brother.
game for PC. Perfect game.
Jack,
Yeah,
if
man.
Returnal sells
Perfect.
more games on PC than on PlayStation,
Comment
You
section. I'm sorry, y'all gotta
you
listen
better
to
buy me a
this
game on
fuckery
Steam.
now.
you're gonna buy me a game on Steam.
I'm sorry, y'all gotta listen to
You
this.
wanna make that bet?
Yo, Jmaine, that's all.
I don't
I'll
make
make that
asinine
Mega
clever
hits.
internet.
Mega
Asinine.
Mega
that
hits.
bet.
That's all I
I'll
got.
put that- I
We
will-
know it. Sony was just trying to dress that up because they just bought them. You know, fucking Housemarque was ready to fucking pretty much hang themselves in the gaming industry.
That's
they
facts.
just trying to make them feel better with you know the sales of this
Jack,
game.
I would make the bet that Returnal sells more copies in 1 year on PC than it would in 1 year on PS5.
I just got tweeted by a guy that was criticizing me about the Steam situation. His name is Caillou Femboy Mafia. Let me block this stupid ass. What was the question? It is a lot of gay people on PC. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
Yo, can we call it what it is? Really, Returnal selling 500,000, being considered a mega hit, even though it probably turned a profit and stuff like it's low. In my personal opinion, it's low to me.
Oh,
You know,
what do I
I've-
say about this?
I feel like for the quality of the game, the cap on the internet, and hold on, Alex, the cap on the internet, which this is why you always can't take Twitter serious. You always can't
course.
take Twitter serious. Man's be talking
can't.
a whole lot of shit on Twitter, bro. Turn around, this game sold 500,000. A great game like Returnal, which I really, really did enjoy, you know? Sold only 500,000 in 3 months.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's
I
bad.
do. You do have to put budget into that. And they got like they ain't got that many employees, man. I don't know. You got to think about shit like that when you talk about.
Also got to put in the type of game it is too. You have
Damn,
to factor
motherfuckers ran from it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ran from it.
You have to factor that in. And I'm not going to even cut Housemarque no slack. How the game launched too. I'm putting it in there as well. You can't put a game out like this where it's crashing and motherfuckers got to start all the way from the beginning and think that it's going to sell as much as it potentially could. A lot of people
Jmaine, I like you
and
mentioned
away
something.
from that.
I like you
Most
mentioned something because it's gonna be key in our next conversation in the next game that we talk about. The type of game, right? You mentioned something. The type of game. Okay, we're gonna
The type of game it is.
We're gonna circle back to that in a different conversation right after when we do this one. So we're gonna talk. About
I think it's good shit. Persona, listen, y'all consider Persona a mega hit or a hit? Them games be doing like 1 million and some change in a year, and people say that's good. So with this doing 500,000, I think that for the type of game it is and for the price and stuff like that, I think it's good. They just got to be careful because I don't think this is a good standard for Housemarque. I don't think they want to be selling this much in a few months for a studio like that. I think they want to keep the arcades type of style game, but maybe not venture into the roguelike genre too much.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like I said, Returnal is a great game, and maybe because it's not casual friendly, maybe this can affect the next game that they make in the sense where they'll make it more user friendly for more people. So this could be the turning point.
All they had to do is really just add a save point.
Well, even then, right? I think even then people will say shit. It's hard. We've seen people watch people struggle playing this game.
But I think what people hated about the game, or journalists hated about it mostly, was that if something happened,
save checkpoint,
save, right?
Yeah.
But
So,
we already see this
you can
trend
still
with
keep that
PlayStation
run.
games, and I think Jack can agree. We've seen this trend with PlayStation games, how they're making them when it comes to its difficulty. So this could be a turning point for Housemarque where they can possibly go venture into making more, casual friendly accessible games because their games are just not performing as well. Because I'm thinking now that they're acquired by PlayStation's gonna want to put a bigger budget in their next projects and stuff like that too, right? So when there's a bigger budget, then you gotta factor in that we gotta at least earn back what we spent on developing this game, aka we need a lot more people to check out this game, aka this shit needs an easy mode. What do you think, Jack?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You don't think so? You don't think Housemarque will go that direction?
Fuck no. They better not. Well, they are under PlayStation. Now PlayStation believes in, hey man, I ain't gonna get in all that. Yeah, they might. Now that I think about
They
it.
just probably do something with difficulty level and not this roguelike shit. That's all
You
they
don't
got.
have to do the difficulty level thing. Just a save point.
How did
it.
Hades do? I don't know the
Hades
figures
just
for
auto
that.
saves.
No, but I'm not talking about save point. I'm talking about performance wise, sales wise. Does anyone know?
Sales.
I'm
how
sure
well
it's
that
still
game did.
buckets, dude.
September
that game
21,
is hype.
22, it hit 1 million. So I don't know when it.
That game came out in December of 2018.
Oh wow!
Okay. Wait,
But
it was early access.
It was early access.
It was
Yeah,
early
you can
access.
still buy it though.
So look, it
Okay.
was early access and only on Epic Game Store. So when it hit Steam, how many sales did it hit? Is the question.
Oh shit! Breaking news! It's looking like maybe, unless it's only just Ran Out Thor playing it, but it's looking like maybe the beta might be, in for some people. So y'all check y'all emails who are part of it.
I just retweeted something. It says Halo Infinite technical preview is slowly rolling out. Waypoint messages are going to take a bit, and the site is definitely getting slammed. The build is available in Xbox Insider Hub for console and Steam PC for Halo Insiders who are invited.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
all right. So
slowly rolling out.
Pod, I gotta definitely check it out.
I don't have it.
But back to the conversation at hand. Returnal. 500,000. I guess it's not the worst, but I just thought with all the hype, the marketing, the talk from the timeline, that's why you can't take Twitter serious. I've been saying that too.
A lot of people didn't play this shit, dog.
It seems like a lot of people skip this out,
people.
man. If it's only
Absolutely.
500,000, man, a lot of people skipped out on Returnal, which is a damn shame because the game's actually really damn good. You know.
Yeah, when working, it's a great game. When working, it's great.
You
But
see, I'm one of those people that actually didn't have a single crash the entire playthrough, not even
yeah,
one. I'm not gonna say that. Obviously, I'm not gonna assume that's everybody's experience, but that was my experience. I didn't have one crash throughout my entire playthrough of Returnal, not even one.
that's definitely what taints my thoughts on Returnal's that crash. I know it's fixed now, so like in retrospect, looking back, like I could say it's definitely worth it. But them crashes, boy, I was very close to dropping that shit. So they lucky.
Okay, so since this is a numbers podcast today, man, we talking a lot of
Word.
numbers. Since we on the topic, you know what I mean? Death Stranding. We got an update of sales numbers on Death Stranding, the game that you either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
So, Jmaine, how many copies has Death Stranding sold to date on PC and PlayStation 4?
Death Stranding has sold 5 million copies on PS4 and PC.
Holy shit! Really? 5 million?
5 million.
And the game has been out for a year and some change, a year and a half. What is it?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
A year and
I
a half.
would say.
You go first, Jamie. What's your take? Because it's been a topic of conversation. This has actually come up multiple times in the past, whether this game was a success or a flop. So after seeing this figure today, we're going to revisit it one more time, hopefully the final time. Do you think Death Stranding was a success or a flop with these new figures that we've gotten today?
Do I think it was a success or a flop? Listen, I think it was okay for what it did. Death Stranding for me, when you look at it, the game was not something that I was, particularly fond of when I first seen it or even like checked it out and stuff like that. But with Kojima being attached to this game, I did look at that 5 million number after a year and a half and say, is that it? Like, is that all we got from the god himself, Kojima, on Death Stranding? So I'm looking at it with a little bit of a side eye with this 5 million number, but I think it's okay. I wouldn't hold my breath for a Death Stranding 2 though. That's what I would say about that.
You know what? It's time because I got the receipts, I got the paperwork, I got everything.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
Kofi,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a game where you deliver packages all over America to connect the world. The game, when it was revealed, there was a lot of weird shit, babies and throats, a lot of goofy stuff. But it is being created by one of the most revered gaming creators of all time, Hideo Kojima, right? Also, there's a lot of hype around this game after the Silent Hill thing, and Norman Reedus is still working with Kojima on this new project, Death Stranding. So it's been a year and a half. The game has sold 5 million copies, right? Let's take a look down the history of what Kojima is known for, Metal Gear Solid, right? Let's take a look and let's look at some of the numbers those games have done to determine whether Death Stranding was a flop, right? I think that's fair, right? So the Metal Gear Solid franchise,
Yes.
to date, this is the latest numbers I could find, has sold 53 million copies. And this is the entire franchise from 1987 to Metal Gear Solid 5.
So they're counting the MSX. You're counting the MSX.
Yes. As a franchise, it sold 53 million. I'm gonna give you guys the article so y'all could look at it as well and follow along and see the point where I'm going with this, right? It has sold 53 million copies, Metal Gear games, right?
Yes.
So let's look at some of the most popular ones, right? Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1, right? And PC, which released, sold 7 million copies, give or take, give it 7 million copies. Metal Gear Solid 2 sold 7.4 million copies.
That's what everybody fell off.
Metal Gear Solid 3 sold 4.3 million copies. Okay. Twin Snakes didn't even crack 100K.
Because it's bad.
Right? Portable
Twin Snakes
Ops.
is a bad remake.
Portable Ops sold 1.3 million copies, give or take.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid 4 sold 6 million copies, lifetime sales, around 6 million copies, give or take. Right? 6 million.
God.
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, 1.2 million copies.
Those are PSP games, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came out, they re-released on PS3 and 360 as well. In
Yep.
HD.
Yeah, the HD edition.
HD.
Yep, that's a collection.
Yep. Revengeance sold Ryzen, right? The Platinum Games game sold 1.2 million copies.
That's
And
not
Metal
bad.
Gear Solid 5 has sold 7 million plus copies. So the last report, like I said, that we got from Konami is the franchise has sold about 53.7 or 1 or something like that million copies as a franchise. So after me breaking down all these numbers, I want to ask you guys again, Death Stranding, a game that first of all, it's a new IP. It got you delivering packages, unorthodox gameplay, right? Polarizing reviews too. Polarizing. It wasn't something that's hyped. It's not something easily marketable like a Ghost of Tsushima, because I know that's the defense that people are going to go to. Oh, there's a game like Ghost of Tsushima. It sold 5 million. No, it's not a better Assassin's Creed. It's not an easily marketable game. It's a whole bunch of weird shit. We remember how the marketing was for the game, right? And what you do. So for a game like that, new IP, delivering packages, to sell 5 million copies across PlayStation, right, and PC, in under 2 years,
Clear.
and looking at the franchise history of the prime games, what he's known for, the franchise that he's worked his entire life on, Metal Gear Solid, and looking at the numbers of individual game releases, to me, Death Stranding is not a flop at all.
Not a flop.
It's not a flop at all. We have Death Stranding doing better than some Metal Gear Solid games.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
So I was looking at the Metal Gear Solid 5 numbers, and the report came out that it shipped over 6 million copies since its release in September, and this report came out about 4 months after the game came out. So we can attest that majority of these sales numbers are within the first few months of sales of availability.
So give or take, right? So obviously, that's why it says it has a plus on it, right?
Right.
So give or take, add another even 1 million to it. I don't think it changes my argument whatsoever. Add another 2 million doesn't change my argument to everything here if you want to. It doesn't change what I'm saying at all either. So I feel like looking at the Metal Gear franchise and its sales figures, and you put a new IP like Death Stranding, a very unorthodox style of game and what it is, the type of game, like you said, into the mix of it, I think those numbers are actually extremely impressive. Especially in a year and a half, it's some change. I think the numbers are
It is not a flop.
Any rebuttal to this? And the science that I broke down, any rebuttal to this?
I only got to
Jack.
say this, right? I remember a report coming out of either Kojima or PlayStation saying that it under delivered, man. So listen, it is what it is.
Wait, we gotta find that, because I have never seen PlayStation come out and say Death Stranding didn't perform. We gotta go find it.
Did they say it underperformed?
Pull it
We
up,
gotta
yeah.
find it. We gotta find that.
I remember that report coming out.
Alex, thoughts on Death Stranding?
Look,
5
if
million
it's
sales.
falling in line with mainline Metal Gear games,
That's
it's
what I'm
not a
saying.
flop.
That's what I'm saying.
It's in line with his biggest titles that literally were what made him. If it's falling in line with that, it's now if it was like 1 million, 2 million, then I could be like, all right, yeah, it's an avant-garde fucking game, but it's in line with his other titles. So no, I wouldn't consider it a flop. And even then, right, it was a completely risky game that really only resonated with people who are actually like parents. Like it resonated with me because I was having my kid when that game came out. Like not everybody was into that. You know what I mean? I know that you were into it a little bit, but you were thinking about some other stuff too. But that's it's like a really personal game. It's not like oh, let me just enjoy this moment. No, that's not the kind of game that it is. It's basically about his life and like how him not having a father like impacted him and being like a latchkey kid and how he wants to have a kid. Like that's what the game's about. and nobody
Yeah.
picks that up. Like it's about him wanting kids and not having any, like
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
For
But
the style of game it
for the style
is,
of game that it is, it's a
that performance is
walking
pretty really good,
simulator.
man. Right?
Yeah, dude, like 5 million is right in line with what he was doing with Metal Gear.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you present the data, it says it right there. So
You know why? I think people hear his name, right? Obviously, he's well respected in the industry and everything like that, right? But you hear his name, and you must think all his games sell like 100 million copies and stuff like that. Zone of Enders, another one that is attached to his name as well, Alex, right?
Mhm.
If you go and look at the sales numbers for those games, those sales numbers ain't no Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So
People only
why
bought
do we
Zone
have
of the
this
Enders for
notion?
the MGS2 demo.
Why do we have this notion in our brain that okay, if Kojima's name is attached to this shit, it's selling like 100 million. Like his other games have sold even all the Metal Gear
Well,
Solid hasn't even sold him 100 million before. So like,
Well,
his
people
name is
think
definitely
that-
bigger than what he sells, though. That's
Yeah.
that's a
that's
fact.
what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. What he
Yeah.
actually, his name is bigger than that. You know what I mean? I think his influence is in the industry is very big too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of developers obviously look to him and highly respect the dude for the game for the Metal Gear Solid franchise that he created. Right? A lot of dudes respect him. So, but exactly, you broke it down as simplistic as possible. His games, his name is literally way bigger than his game sales, which is it's just the truth, and that's even been the same way since the Metal Gear Solid days. So that's my only point in it. So end of discussion. Can we move on? Death Stranding is not a flop. It was a great game. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. It is what it is.
Yeah,
But I
you can
really
not like
appreciated the game.
and I expect people to not like that game. 100%. It's not for everybody.
It's what I needed
know?
at the time, man. I felt like I was playing
Yeah.
the same game over and over. You know, it was very samey. This one was very very different, man. It's just
It's
different
really
style.
emotional. It really
And
is.
I really loved the story, man. The story was fantastic. Yeah. So damn, I thought y'all gonna give me some resistance or something, man.
No, I never called the game a flop, so that I had nothing.
Clashing me a little bit, man.
Did you beat it, Jimmy?
Nah, I played like 10 hours, but I never went back to it.
You should, especially since like you might be trying in the future. You should.
I actually
like-
like the 10 hours I played. I think I said
the
that.
story
on
is
the
great, man.
podcast, too.
The story is great, bro.
Like when I was playing it when I had my kid, like I was just like I can't play this right now. Like I had, like there were streams where I was like I need to turn the stream off because there were moments
It
where
was
I was
getting
just
emotional.
like, dude, it like having a 4-month-old and playing that game, I was just like I was just like losing it while playing it. Like I want to
Yeah,
play it
man.
again, but like I need to I have to be in the right headspace for it. 'cause
Director's
I'm
cut,
not-
baby. Hopefully that drops on
Director's cut.
PC, man.
Yep.
Hopefully
It
that
will.
drops.
It will. That'll show up on PC.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
give it 6 months or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
Okay, cool.
But boys, I gotta break out of here, man. It's 10 o'clock.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
good
Jmaine.
night.
Yeah,
Say-
man. So
yeah, man. It's unfortunate you couldn't say for the rest of the podcast.
I
but-
know some good shit that I still wanted to talk about too, but
Yeah, man. But we'll catch you later. Go take care of what you got to take care of, man. We'll hold it down, man.
all right, y'all. See y'all next week and shit like that.
Go make a baby.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Don't pull out.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the boy Jmaine 518. His channel's in the description below. You already know the vibes. But we're gonna go ahead and continue with the show without him. We're gonna hold it down. And what the next thing I want to talk about is Activision and the whole Blizzard situation because it's a whole damn mess. And I'm gonna need Alex. I'm gonna need Alex on this one too. I've actually researched this, so I know what's going on. But I think Alex can break it down better than I can.
Can I go piss first?
Okay. You know what? Let's
Let me-
just make this an edit point. Let's just make this an edit point. Go piss and come back. All right, yo, we back. All right, so let's continue. Let's talk about this whole Activision situation now that Alex is back
man.
from his little potty break.
Dude,
Alex, break it down, man.
Really? So it isn't just recently. So for a very long time, there have been a lot of allegations going forward in Activision Blizzard. And so what's been happening is after a 2-year investigation, the state of California has done with inside that company, they've determined that there are multiple instances of sexual harassment. Um, there was even a suicide because of it. There
Jesus.
was disproportionate pay between men and women.
Woman.
There was disproportionate pay between African American women and men. There was just like it's a freaking nightmare that was going on there, and it just came to a head when it got released, and so it's just been insane. So like the big story everyone's been really touting about and like talking about, I wouldn't say touting, but the one everyone's been bringing around was there's two of them specifically. One is about the Bill Cosby suite that was available at BlizzCon, where developers in Blizzard and higher ups would then use this one hotel room to hook up with other girls or people that were at BlizzCon, or even employees, and they would gather around on top of a bed holding a picture of Bill Cosby and call it the Cosby Suite. They would like drink a ton, they would hook up, they would try to do like internal um, networking, things like that. So this apparently was before Bill Cosby, of course, had his allegations. So I'm guessing this was by the timeline they're saying it was before that. But man, that is not a good look. And so on top of that, the other big story was that there was a woman who committed suicide on a work trip because they were passing around her nude photos during a Christmas party across
That's messed
multiple
up,
team
man.
members and leaders. Yeah. And then, so in that work trip, her own supervisor brought a butt plug and lube
Yo, what the yo, what?
to the trip. And so, because of everything that was going on, she committed suicide
Damn, that's fucked.
at the work trip. So
Damn.
it isn't just that, right? So those are the worst ones. It gets like weirder. They would drink a ton at the office, and then they would do things called cube crawls, where dudes would crawl under the cubicles of all the women. You know why, to
Yeah,
look up the
yeah,
skirt,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much why they would do it. So they would just drink a ton. The, you know, women would be passed up for promotions. African American women would be passed up for a lot of things. They would get fired easier than other people would. Like just a whole slew of just garbage, right? And then on top of that, the three leaders of Blizzard made three separate statements that did nothing, right? All the statements were different, and each statement basically said we're not going to do anything about it in the most nothing burger kind of fashion. The best statement was actually made by Bobby Kotick, which is
What do you do?
insane. He was talking about like we're going to have a third party law firm look into this. We're going to fire the people that were involved, like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been an absolute nightmare with that. And there's one developer for World of Warcraft, and he was like, why are people talking about when's the next patch coming? Because motherfucker, people pay $15 a month for your product. And like you're a lead designer and you're fostering this kind of culture and you've done nothing to fix it. So yeah, people are still going to be like give you no remorse because they're still paying for a product regardless and you're not doing anything about it. And honestly, who would want to do anything about, about their product working in that kind of environment? Like no wonder World of Warcraft is so shitty, why no one likes it, why it's losing subs to Final Fantasy 14, why it's just gone down the shitter every single expansion and every single time, why Overwatch 2 just keeps getting delayed and is actually bad, why Hearthstone is just not is what it should have been, why Heroes of the Storm lost its esports, title. Like there's so many things wrong in that whole company, just even on the Blizzard side. It's just absolutely insane that these kind of things happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
so
whole
it's
situation The whole
It's
situation
sad.
is just messed up. So right now it's going through the the court system of California, the state of
So
California.
the state. So here's the thing, right? People are saying that like, oh, this is just allegations. Yeah, these are allegations, totally. However, these aren't allegations done by like a twitlonger. These aren't allegations done by one or two people. This is the state of California that for the last 2 years was in your business finding these things out. And it turns out that these things were happening for years even beforehand. So it's not like this is something new. So even with the state of California in your offices, this is how you were acting. Like,
Yeah.
what the shit, you know what I mean? And then to like and sure, allegations absolutely. And I was asking people, right? And they were and I was and so my big thing is what pisses me off the most about Blizzard especially, right? Activision, sure. But Blizzard specifically, because you know me, I love Diablo, I love
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, StarCraft, all those crazy PC games that they built. My thing is, Blizzard has done what I would consider to be virtue signaling. And Jack, we've talked about that before too, right? Like when companies virtue signal, it's like why? Like why? Like why are you trying to do all this stuff? And so what pisses me off the most is the moral grandstanding that Blizzard did specifically, right? So they didn't do anything about Blitzchung when he talked about freeing Hong Kong. They do everything they can with the LGBT crowd, and they go through and they try to, I would even say, pander to the LGBT community, but yet this is the behavior inside of their offices.
Yeah.
It's the whole like hypocritical behavior of you say one thing but yet you behave another way. And I think when people do that, there's always skeletons in the closet of that kind of behavior when that happens. And it's just really, it sucks, man, because those people didn't deserve that.
Yo, Jack,
You know,
man. These Activision mans, are these some nasty fucks or what, bro?
Hey man, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy.
it was nuts.
Honestly, if how I see this should play out. First of all, if I was affected by this class action lawsuit, whatever they gonna do, I'm trying to get the bag, bro. Like, I need like some millions for my mental anguish and just like for real. Like they need to like really make them
Yeah.
come up off like an astronomical amount of money for this shit, bro. I think that'll change a lot of shit. I think they need better checks and balances at Activision, clearly, because
Mhm.
people's feeling a type way, and what I guess they felt there was nobody higher up that they could go to. Yeah, fire all the motherfuckers. I mean, other than that, I don't know what you could really do.
I mean, I think the leadership has to step down.
That's part of it too. That's part of it.
Like J. Allen Brack, all those people, they got to go, because the thing is, they let that happen the whole time while they were there. They didn't do
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
to stop it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, the
know,
whole
and then- and
situation
then-
is a whole
and-
mess, man.
And the people that did those things need to be brought to justice. Like that's the like it like so here's what pisses me off too, right? And I was really thinking about this for a really long time. And people that are saying shit like I'm going to boycott Blizzard games. Like that. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Kofi and Jack.
Yeah.
Hold my feet to the fire. Whenever people try to grandstand and moral grandiose them and put themselves above a pedestal, like I am not going to purchase these games, I'm going to boycott this, it's always a failure.
Oh, of
That's
course.
facts. That's facts.
And-
They don't,
You
yeah,
know the
boycotts don't be
vibes.
working.
Always a
They
failure.
do not be working.
Yeah, that
That's
shit ain't
facts.
gonna work, man.
and I don't think people do it for the best intentions. I think people do it for virtue signaling points, to say that they're going to do it, yet a few months later we'll go back and review those games.
Yeah, people just be clout chasing. They're gonna
100%,
see. That's why.
right?
That's why despite all of this happening and stuff like that, I'm not gonna go ahead and start acting like I'm about to boycott Activision. I ain't playing the Activision published game. What's going on is fucked up over there, and it needs to change, and hopefully it does change,
Yeah.
especially now that it's going through the court systems and stuff like that.
I
But
ju- you know
I'm keeping
I
it
just want
100 with myself. Like Sekiro is like, you know what I mean. Sekiro is
Yep, that's
published by
Activision.
Activision, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And that's like one of my favorite games ever, bro. And I'm playing that game, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely not gonna be on this virtual signaling and type of shit that
I think
I'm boycotting this, I'm boycotting that. But it is fucked up, and I think we should be able to you should be able to acknowledge that it's messed up, and there's hope for change, man. Whether and support the people that the victims in this and all of this. That's most
so,
important, right?
so there's two more things to this, right? One of them is I was doing a lot of thinking about that, right? Like people saying they're going to boycott. But then I was thinking about the people that weren't affected by this, that could be affected financially by losing their jobs because of games being boycotted. So do you impact the people that had nothing to do with this, that are just trying to make a buck and get their job done, and have them potentially lose their jobs because you don't buy their games,
Yeah.
just because of the actions of a few bad people, right? Like that's a shitty move. But then at the other hand, people try to equate the fact that you're just buying a product to you're supporting that behavior, and I think that's where I have the disconnect.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
even then, like I'm someone who champions not having crunch, but I've bought games
That people have
that have been
100%
made by
crunch. We all
crunch,
have. We all
right?
have.
Like Death Stranding was one of them. Cyberpunk was another, just off the top of my head, right? And I think it's definitely possible that you can still buy that product, right? Even though you don't support some of the practices and you can criticize those practices. I think it's very fucking smooth brained to think that you can only do one or the other. And I think that just because
Yeah.
you buy a product that you support that behavior, I think
Yeah,
that's a
Jack.
very fucking
It's almost like a conversation that we had in the past on the podcast about like if it's a specific game, like it don't even matter what the heads are doing. I think it was like we did it with Naughty Dog and The Last of Us and Neil Druckmann. If he turned out to be a racist or something, like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
would you still support the game? And I'm pretty sure Jack said, "Hey man,
Hey, man.
he said,
I
exactly."
made
Said,
it feel
"Hey
that way,
man."
man. Shit, I got you what Ellie up to. Fuck all the dumb shit.
Yep.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
You
think
know the
yeah,
vibes.
and I think people separate the art from the
yeah.
person sometimes, which is fine. Because I was thinking about it, because I was like, damn, Kofi, are we not going to play Diablo 2? But like, what I don't want to do is put Vicarious Visions out of work, because they weren't even probably involved in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's definitely a slippery slope. It's same
Yeah.
thing that goes on in the music industry where they say, Kanye West does some dumb shit right now. People saying that, oh, we can't listen to Kanye West music no more. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. You gotta boycott Kanye West because things he said. But
Then he
some
sells
people are good at
billions of
yeah, but
records.
some people are good at like separating the artist and the product and the music. You know
Man,
what I mean?
if you a consumer with morals and you try to keep the same energy with everything, you gonna have to live like a fucking hermit, bro.
That's
Like
the
you
that's
not
the
go,
thing,
yeah, you gotta be
We
living in
bend,
a goddamn
yeah,
mud
exactly,
shack. Like,
Jack.
You got to make your own
Like
clothes.
Yeah.
you have to bend, like you bend for something. Like nobody, like I hate all these fake people that be acting like they're so straight and narrow, bro. Like you bend for something, bro. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a facade that people put
Yeah,
up online
it is.
sometimes to act like,
Of
oh,
course.
they're holier than thou. But like, yo, we bend for shit that we
It's the
like, yo.
moral
It's just simple.
grandstanding.
It's just as simple as that, yo. We make excuses. We bend for things that we enjoy and stuff, and people
And
do
I
enjoy
think
stuff like
too,
that.
like when
Like that.
people do that, I
Yeah.
think it's just as bad as when Blizzard does it, right? When they're like, "Oh, I'm better, so I'm going to boycott and I'll never play their game." And 6 months later, they're playing Diablo 2, and they're like, "Oh, this is great. Can't give a fucking why did I wait?" So like, I think it's absolutely possible to support the people that are actually working there that are not part of the problem, but still be able to criticize the company as a whole with what they're doing and what they did not and what they failed to do. And even then, right, to go like one layer deeper,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of the viewers don't play World of Warcraft, right? I get that.
Yeah.
But World of Warcraft has been around for a very long time. And one of the people that was accused of a lot of the allegations was Alex Afrasabi. It's not me. I know they all say that they all have the name Alex, but it's not me. Um, so this guy, he was the one that did the Cosby suite. He tried to get like every woman he could. He hit on all the employees. He was just a scummy person of the earth, right? While all this was happening, they put him in World of Warcraft. They put him in the game
Okay.
as an NPC. They named items after him in the game. They did all this stuff with him. He left, I think, a year ago before all this came out. And then just recently, because of what happened, now is when they decided to remove his NPC from the game. Now is when they decide to remove the names of the items that are named after him. When they get caught is when they're going back to fix things.
Of course,
Not
that's
when he
how it
was doing the
goes.
stuff when it was
Of
happening.
course,
So
that's
all this
how it goes.
bullshit
It's
that they were
selective.
grandstanding
It
about
be
is all bullshit.
selective outrage. That's what it is exactly. You know, people be selective. You know, a person or could have all these bad qualities that people would ignore until something really, really hits the fan. Then and then people start to cut ties.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just selective when it goes like that. But you know what? I pray for the people at Activision
same.
and Blizzard. Hopefully,
really do.
they get justice to serve. The people over there that are the victims are straight. And yeah, man, there's a whole bunch of nasty, man. We have to shout out to Joe. We have to hand out some nasty awards to these mans over there, bro. That behavior that they're doing over there is not acceptable for any person or any female to go through in that kind of work environment. So, yeah,
And
man.
I think that's what's needed more than anything is just justice. Like that's what I would want to see happen, right? Especially
Yeah.
for like the individual who's no longer with us. Like that's horrifying, right? Like imagine being that person's parents.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
messed up. Yeah, man. All right, so that's enough of depression.
Hard to bring down the podcast.
yeah. That's enough depression for now. So let's get into some bullshit. The Ascent, Jack. The Ascent.
Oh man.
The game came out today. Reviews also dropped today. And what you would say is it's looked like it has that Game Pass stench, that Game Pass father.
Say it
This
ain't
game-
so, man.
This game,
no.
low key, at least in this Twitter community, was hyped to the moon. It was put in so much list, Jack. So much list. And I personally know some people who are actually playing it right currently. You know, my boy Meds, Nova, I think even Death Singer's running through it. You know how Death Singer is. This man is the number one Xbox capper that we know, bro. That we know. And I was in the Discord while he was playing the game, and Jack, this guy was silent like a church mouse. He wasn't really talking.
Death Singer love talking shit. He wasn't talking shit.
He wasn't
Oh,
talking.
man.
He was silent as a
Really?
church mouse. Apparently,
Wow.
Descent, even on PC, has a shit ton of bugs that completely hinder the experience, and that's
That
from.
sucks.
I haven't personally played it, but 3 close sources that I talk to frequently are playing it, and that's their whole experiences saying it's really muddy. The game is currently sitting at a 64 on Metacritic.
Oof.
This is day one on
on-
Game Pass, right?
It's
Day
day one
Pass.
on Game Pass, so it was hype, and that's the issue I have right now. You know what? Look, we get good games, we get bad games. It's just how it goes in the gaming industry and stuff like that, right? But what needs to stop? What needs to stop is this hyping for every release in Game Pass. That needs to stop. You know, Jack.
It's not going to.
It
It's not
seems
going
like
to.
it doesn't matter what game it is, as
gets
long
hyped.
as it's coming to Game Pass day one, it's being put to a pedestal. What I think it's pros and cons to that. The cons is like we could have a situation like Ascent, which under delivers. A lot of people hyped it up, and it turned out to be something that a product it's unfinished and a buggy experience. Or on the other hand, too, you could think about it is that since now that a game launches into a Game Pass, at least online, the hype kind of dries up, at least with the Xbox community, which in turn brings more eyes to the game. So I guess that's the positive in all of this. You can make of this too, right? That it draws a lot more attention. So just launching in Game Pass, all of a sudden, at least the online community goes, or on the Xbox side goes crazy. So what do you think, Jack?
Well, first of all, that hype in day one game, it's never gonna. If a game is in Game Pass, it's automatically the bee's knees. There's nothing that's wrong with it. people gonna fucking love it, right? I agree with you. It's definitely, I think one of the main benefits besides getting paid up front for the game releasing to put your game on Game Pass would be the amount of notoriety that the game gets throughout the community. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm also gonna say this: every game don't need to have eyes on it either. So I mean, I haven't played the Ascent, and I like Game Pass. Game Pass got some bangers on it. I don't think they was day one in Game Pass. I think day one in Game Pass is like the death sentence. That's when they really, it might be something wrong with that motherfucker. Day one in Game Pass.
Low key, you ain't lying, because we look at Outriders, that was day one. You know what I mean? The Ascent, that was day one. But there has been a couple of other day one games that were good, like the flight simulators and stuff like that. So we can't only highlight the bad. But let's talk. Since I mentioned flight simulator, Jack, the capping for this game is unbelievable.
So I didn't know that many flight enthusiasts in the community,
shooter, right?
I did not know. No, I'm not even talking for Ascent. I'm talking about Flight Simulator real quick.
Oh, Flight Sim. Okay.
The cap for this game is unbelievable, Jack. I have not seen. Everybody is into aviation and wants to be a pilot and all sorts of crazy thing now. Yo, bro, I had this game months ago when it launched on PC. Remember it came out on PC first? I had this game.
Oh, absolutely.
I was actually sent a copy from Microsoft. And, bro, when I tell you, after the long installation of this game and playing it, when I tell you this was probably one of the most boring games I've ever played in my entire life.
Well, it's a simulator,
it's up there.
Oh, man.
See, it's getting great reviews. I'm not saying it's bad, right? I'm not saying it's bad in the sense of like, it doesn't do the job that it's intended to do. It does the job, and it does it extremely well. But let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of y'all that I know y'all not really interested in this, and there's the sole reason why this game is getting any sort of attention because it got a good review score. It got a good review score.
Oh, of course.
It's coming on Game Pass.
You know what you can call those.
You're gonna be dropping this shit. A lot of y'all gonna be dropping this shit immediately.
Okay, well, hold on. Gran Turismo, is that not a racing simulator?
That shit boring too. That shit boring too.
So doesn't that get great reviews?
Yeah, it's been getting pretty good reviews, yes.
Okay, so then what's the difference?
My difference is I'm saying that there's people that I know for a fact they ain't interested in this shit. That's my point I'm bringing up. And there's sole reason why it's they're hyping the game. Yeah, exactly. I've never seen these men.
It's a term for this, Kofi. It's a term for this.
That's what it's Jack. Hype beast gamers.
Hype beast gamers.
Now he get there you go.
But that's what I mean, though. You see me hyping this shit just because it got a great score and stuff.
You see what we be talking about, though, right?
But I feel like this is another example in my case how I'm not dope, because guess what? I had this from time, and when I came out, I had this from time, popped it in, installed it. What did I come and do on the timeline? When this first shit, I'm like, yo, this shit is boring. I can find a tweet. This shit is boring. And this is
probably was crashing in the fucking cornfields trying to play it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you probably didn't read the manual or like
and Jack, I'm supposed to be the dude that loves flying, right?
That's true. That is true.
Listen, Flight Simulator. If you're one of those people who are actually that enjoy simulators and flights and stuff like that, and then this game is for you. If you're actually interested in becoming a pilot and stuff like that, this is probably the perfect video game, and I say that loosely for you.
I mean, even then, if you just want to just do something to chill out with, like that is a chill out.
It's even boring for that, bro.
Do you have to be very desperate to play this game, Kofi? Let me know something.
Extremely
desperate.
Especially if you're not into it, especially if you know this is not your style of game, and you popping this in the cabinet,
trying to learn how to fly, don't play this game,
man.
Bro, no one saying they don't get glad. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I'm gonna say this is why I'm glad Xbox bought more developers, because we used to criticize like Nintendo for this, but you know how Nintendo come out like them certain like quirky fucking games that motherfuckers normally wouldn't play, but it sell like 20 million copies because there wasn't nothing else to buy. I feel like Xbox fans feel obligated to like this game. Same shit.
That's how I feel too, man.
Same shit. Yeah, they feel obligated to like this game.
I feel too, man.
Like I want to see what their not achievement, but like how many hours they put into Flight Sim or how often they play it, right?
They're gonna turn that shit, leave that shit on, bro. They're gonna leave that shit on.
Not an easy game, bro.
Leave it on.
Like
Leave that
the
shit on,
typical
bro. I don't
Xbox
believe it, man.
gamer cannot play flight sim competently. Have y'all seen Kids Move? Have y'all met this dude, bro? Like, have y'all met goddamn who else an Xbox fan in the community? I don't fucking know, man. These dudes can't read for real. How the fuck they gonna play Flight Simulator? Come on, man. Just keep it real here.
The game does its job, and if you're really trying to learn how to fly a plane for real, check it out. You know, I know people are just popping it in to look at the graphics because the graphics are amazing. They do look good. They do look.
Which
good.
one of them airways said they was needing pilots? Where y'all was at when they was? Didn't they put that out on Twitter, man? They was looking for new pilots and shit, man.
Yeah, man. So
all these amateur aviators out this motherfucker, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So Game Pass, man. We're gonna be hearing a lot about Game Pass this upcoming generation or this generation, man. Throughout Game Pass every day, man.
What's the next banger?
Popping, man.
Oh no, I know. I'm tripping.
Psychonauts 2, baby.
I'm 12 minutes coming out this month. 12 minutes coming out.
Oh, yeah? I'm actually looking forward to that game.
I got to play that. Yeah.
Look at you, Jack. Look at you.
Yes,
now you want to play some Game Pass shit.
Baby.
Yes, sir, man.
I want to actually check that game out, too. I got my eye on that one. All right, in other news, Kenna has been delayed. Kenna has been delayed to September 21st. It's only a month delay from its original release, and they delayed it to polish up all the versions of the game. So I'm not really too mad at it. I'm looking forward to this game, but I'm not like looking forward to this game in the sense where
it's almost like a Pikmin, right?
I'm dying to play the game.
Something like
it kind of reminds me of that, Alex.
Yeah, it reminded me of Pikmin when I saw it.
Yeah, so it's coming out to PC via the Epic Game Store, Alex's favorite game store on the platform.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, I want to thank Tim Sweeney for my free copy.
Oh, here we go.
Boy. But yeah, man, hopefully the game turns out to be good. This is their first game that they're making, so remember that. Let's see. The first one will be a banger straight out the gate. No, we got to remember. All right, and the last thing I want to cover before we get out of here is the PlayStation 5 got a software update, but it's in beta right now, currently. The M.2 SSD slot has been made available for all the people who are in the beta program for the new firmware. And we recently got some SSDs that are PlayStation 5 ready and some of the prices for it. And it's looking crazy. Jack, do you plan on upgrading to one of these expensive ass SSDs? I think the 4 terabyte goes for $1,000. The 2 terabyte goes for almost $500. And
yeah, man,
the 1 terabyte is like $299, $250.
A 4 terabyte for $1,000
for $1,000. And guess which goofy ass man said that he wants to cop that shit?
Oh, it's got to be like Persona or J-Bar.
They're my brothers right there. They're my brothers. That's in the struggle
man.
Right there.
That's my man, J Barry. But if J Barry buy that 4 terabyte. Bro, if Jay Barry buy that 4 terabyte SSD, I'm
you know J Dub bought it. That boy got money.
Look, if you rich, it's different.
Yeah,
but even then, if you rich, stupid rich, it's different. But if Jay Barry buy that shit, I'm roasting his ass. You should not be buying that shit. Especially PlayStation actually went the smarter route because over time, them prices is going to drop. It's going to drop really, really fast. You're going to feel stupid for buying a $1,000 4 terabyte SSD. You're going to feel really dumb.
4 terabyte. Nobody. Lord Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of fucking space, 4 terabytes, man.
Yeah, it's actually unnecessary, bro. Like, you want
it's overkill. It's overkill.
It's super unnecessary.
That's if you don't delete nothing, though.
Yeah, but Jack, you plan on actually upgrading to this once the beta is over and they roll out this update for everybody?
Not yet. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I know people gonna get upset. The PlayStation ain't even got PS5. Damn, ain't got 500 gigabytes worth of games to even have installed right now, bro. Like, I can wait. When like Kofi said, because these are like the newest SSDs that's coming out, so the read speeds are real fast. That's why they cost so much fucking money. When they eventually come out with faster read speeds on SSDs, these are gonna drop because they're not gonna be the new hot item on the market no more. So I could wait. If I do eventually get one, I'll probably go for at least maybe a terabyte.
Jack, depending on what that price look
like. Oh, absolutely.
Yo, Jack's not really. You know what? Jack has actually been waiting. If you really take it in, he's not one of those people that be really jumping to copy shit. No. Unless he don't really be like that. If we're gonna be real with his personality, you know. Unless a man cops it for him or it has that Naughty Dog stamp on it. Then
it's no reason for me to get like Talk
Yeah.
about a 4 terabyte, bro. That's over half the price for a fucking. I could get an OLED for that type of money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous. It costs
You get
more.
it-
what
You
I'm
shouldn't be
saying.
buying an SSD that costs more than the console itself. That don't even make sense in my brain, bro. Like imagine buying an
Or even
SSD
half
that
the price
costs
of the console.
more. That
Yeah,
costs
I ain't
freaking more than my whole PC, bro. It don't make sense. Or I would have, you know what I mean? Like that. That's
And
just
like
dumb.
like Tony said on the timeline, you buying a fucking 4 terabyte SSD to download like Infamous Second Son on your PS5. Bro.
Yeah,
Like
I
what
seen that.
the fuck you putting on it right now, bro? Like come on, dog.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. It's 100%
Yeah, right now it's
It's
just no
just-
need. Right?
And like I heard they're like dumb shit. Like even if it's listed, it probably won't even work. Like it needs a heat sink.
You know
like,
what?
all this
See, like I'm waiting
ridiculous
for
stuff.
testing too, Alex. I think I want to wait for testing to see how
Yeah.
it goes before I even jump at something like
Like,
that. But as of right
Look
now,
at it,
like I really
once
do not
Gamers
need.
Nexus does something with it, or like Jay's 2 cents. Like
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, just wait until it's approved, man.
And you know what's crazy?
Yeah, I'ma wait.
Like I'll bet you money that PC gamers won't need this kind of hardware for
That's facts.
Sony exclusives. Like
Yeah,
I'll bet it.
I'm waiting
Like,
for
you
the
could
day,
probably
man.
get like a cheap fucking SSD for like $50. It's a SATA SSD that's not even M.2.
And play
it'll
those
run those
exact
games
same
just
games,
fine.
bro. Exact
Like what a
same
ripoff,
games.
dude.
Yeah. All
Holy
right,
shit.
man.
I'm still
And
like, wow.
oh, real quick before we get out of here, Abandon, new teaser. The app is finally available for you to download.
Boy.
And I don't want to stay long here. All I want to say is, if this game is not a Kojima project, I hope
not.
this game burns to the ground. I hope
Ooh.
this company is disbanded.
You're not gonna have to worry.
I hope this game. I hope the community gamers fry this game to oblivion. That's just all I gotta say about this.
Damn,
because
Kofi,
the
why?
type
What's
of
going
cloud.
on?
See, I really don't wish evil on man's like that. But
So you saying
type
do the
of
cloud?
the type of cloud chasing this is too much. So they recently released a key image art for their upcoming trailer that had a dude blurred out with an eye patch. After all of this, Konami,
Wait, what?
Kojima business. After all of this, Vegeta, they came out and tweeted, "Oh no, we're not in line with Konami. We have no ties to Kojima. It's it's not Silent Hill." The key art that they choose, Jack, out of everything that's gonna be available in this game, in the background is a dude with his face blurred out with an eye patch. Jack,
man.
tell me this is not some they ain't fucking with us on purpose, and this ain't no next level cloud chasing.
I got two phrases that I love. Any publicity is good publicity. That's one of them.
I hope not for this game. I hope not.
One
for
of my
this game.
favorites from Eric Bischoff: controversy creates cash. So listen,
Yep.
they running with it. They know what the fuck they doing, man. People, this is what I'm telling y'all about, like hype alter shit, bro. People are gonna buy this game specific, especially if it's not Silent Hills. I think it might even sell. People are gonna buy. Oh, this game was supposed to be Silent. Like the other clout demons, by way of them trolling people, are gonna buy this game and be streaming it, and it's gonna be a meme game like Life of Black Tiger, bro. This shit it's a train wreck, bro. And I don't really think it's Silent Hills. I don't. Even though Red
I don't
Hood
think
came
so
up with
either.
some conspiracy theories that was crazy as hell. I mean, I don't know.
I don't believe it either. But they're clearly playing into this. They're clearly playing into
They're
it.
leaning
It's
into it.
you cannot tell me otherwise. They're not leaning into it. And I hope when it's revealed to not be any of it, not Silent Hill, not a Kojima project, they're burned to the ground. That's what I really hope. I really hope gamers completely lose interest because mans can't be doing that. You can't be hopping on the next man's nuts, riding his wave, trying to big up your game like that. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I hope this game burns to the ground, man. I really do. Really do. And Jack, I will not be checking out this game no matter what.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, would you be mind blown or like, damn, okay, I see what if it's really Silent Hills, you gonna be fucking with the announcement, or you gonna be like,
Yo, Jack, if this turns out to be a Kojima project, this instantly flips everything, and it turns out this guy's a genius. This guy is a mastermind. That's a fact, though. If anyhow it is the slight chance that it is Kojima behind all of this, Jack, this man is a genius. He's a marketing genius.
That's y'all gonna have to give it up for the god.
You got to give it up for we've been played and we've been trolled if it turns out to be true, because all the pieces, if it indeed was like part of some elaborate plan then we gotta clap it up for this man. This guy, you bodied that.
He is a very good troll, and that's
He
the
bodied
problem.
that. But I don't think this is it though. I don't think this is it. We'll see though.
I think he's let that go.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. But yeah, man, that's a pod, man. You know what I mean? It was a good show. It was a good episode. Unfortunately, Jmaine couldn't be here with the rest of us. I definitely would have liked to get his takes on some of these topics, but we'll ask him the next time we see him, maybe on off the record or something. We'll hit him up. Once again, Press Start Podcast, man. Thank you for all the viewers, for sticking by us even through this new change. We're still, making adjustments to everything's perfect. I hear the people saying that they want a live show too. Some people saying that. I think I might be able to compromise by doing one live show a month, which also gives me a break when it comes to editing. So I'm thinking at the end of the month, starting next month, I'm gonna do a live show, and I'll just I use that day to relax too, so I don't have to edit. And we'll do 3 pre-recorded show and 1 live stream. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. I think that's a little bit of a fair compromise where everybody gets at least something they enjoy. But you guys also got to remember, if you want to support us further and you want the podcast on Thursday drop, then the raw version of the podcast, just support us also on Patreon. But we really do want to take the podcast to the next level, and this is the best way we can do it, by enhancing the visual experience and it being a little bit more produced, so we stand out from the millions of other podcasts here on YouTube. So big shout out to everybody who's with us on this new journey, starting from episode 201. So yeah, man, that's all I gotta say about that. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. We're gonna do the outros once again. Shout out to Jmaine too. Make sure y'all sub to his channel, man. The link in the description. That boy putting out videos, so watch that. So Alex, go ahead and do your outro.
Oh man, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Like Kofi said, if you want to support the podcast and get the live feed, you can by going to the Patreon. So patreon.com/pressstartpod. By the time you see this, I would have already been playing Halo with the team. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're getting to 12,000, which is crazy. But definitely support Jack and Kofi. Kofi's working really hard on these episodes every single week. He's just got to make more daily content, though. That's the only thing about that. Jmaine is also working on content too. Jack is doing live streams, so check his stuff out. It's really great. Thank you so much for watching. DMC on Sunday, so DMC 5. So show up to that and have a great time.
And Jack.
Yeah, man. Good podcast this week, you know what I mean? Good conversations. I always like to debate the game and shit, man. What I want to plug? Nothing, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Mood Johnny. More streams coming soon. I want to keep streaming Heavenly Sword, so I'll probably beat that. I'm gonna attempt to beat it anyway. I heard that final boss hard as shit, but I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try, all right? So yeah.
All right, man. So that's the podcast. See you guys next week with another episode. Y'all be safe and take it easy. Peace.